please hit that subscribe button. Hey everybody, better suited to win the Stanley Cup this season. If you are new to the channel, the Washington Capitals, the Boston Bruins.
Slap shot and he scored! And we're live. And we're live. What is going on, everybody? It feels like it's been forever since I've actually been live. It's only been a little over a week. But welcome, everyone. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Tonight is the NHL Draft, first round, round one of what is one of the deepest drafts that we have seen in a long time here in the NHL. Really, really good players up for grabs, available to be picked tonight. It's gonna be a really fun night, guys. The draft should be starting here in about 10 minutes, and we're gonna see which players end up going where. I think we all pretty much know who the number one overall pick is going to be. It's beyond that, there's a lot of questions here with this one. But welcome, everyone. Thank you guys all for being here. We've got a ton of people in the chat already. Thank you guys all so much. Really appreciate it. Johnny, Shucky, Eddie, Aiden, J-Ron, Alex, Firestrike, Jack, Panther, Mike and Julie, welcome. Sutton's here. Alex is here. Vernon's here. Ben's here. What is going on? Hockey Boy, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Skyhooks, Sleeping Angels, welcome. I've been good. How are you guys? Welcome, everyone. Yes, New York Rangers have the first overall pick. That goes back to the draft lottery where they won it. CL, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Hey, Panther, that's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for being here. That's fantastic news, man. Hope it goes well. Sutton, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully your night gets better, Sutton. But we got NHL Draft here tonight. Ben's doing some history homework. There we go. That looks like fun. Hey, that's awesome, Jack. That's really good. That's awesome. Yeah, Stutzler's a really good player. Stutzler is a really good player. I'm interested to see what happens with that number 2 and number 3 selections and who actually goes second. Byfield was like a consensus number 2 for so long, but Stutzler's kind of come in there and been and kind of been talked about as potentially going number 2. If he doesn't go number 2, he certainly will go number 3. Slapshot Jack, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Yes, Brendan Dillon, I just found out when I got home. I literally got home like 15 minutes ago. Just found out that Brendan Dillon re-signed. So I'll have to do a video on that after this stream is over. Maddie, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Vernon, thank you. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Are the Avalanche in the draft? I think... Did Colorado trade their pick, or do they have it around 20th something overall? Colorado, nope, Calgary's picking 19. I don't remember the draft order off the top of my head. Hey, that's awesome, Slapshot Jack. That's cool. Islanders traded their first-round pick, Shucky. Islanders traded their first-round pick in the J.G. Pajot deal. So the Ottawa Senators have the Islanders pick. The Islanders are not picking in the first round. Hey, it's all good, Aiden. That's fine. Colorado is picking 25th overall, Alex. 25th overall, Colorado Avalanche. Yes, Michael Kempny is out. Michael Kempny is out for 6 to 8 months, so most of next season, if not all of it. That's obviously a big loss there for the Capitals, but they do re-sign Brendan Dillon. I don't think Frederik Andersen is going to get traded, but never say never. Never say never with any sort of trade potential at the draft. Bruins traded their first-round pick. They do not have one, Maddie. A lot of teams do not have first-round picks. A lot of teams traded their first-round picks this year. The Devils have 3 first-round picks. The Senators have 3 first-round picks. There are quite a few other teams as well with multiple first-round picks that were traded away, or other teams had traded away. Rangers pick first overall, and they pick again. I believe they got Carolina's pick as well, I believe, so they pick again later in the draft. Austin, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Tampa Bay also does not have a first-round pick. They traded at the trade deadline. However, doesn't matter. They won the Stanley Cup, so that trade worked out for what they wanted it to be. So draft order is scrolling across the top, and those will be replaced with the actual picks once the selections are made. We're still about 6.5 minutes away from the the Rangers actually being on the clock and the draft actually starting. But there are quite a few teams with multiple first-round picks this year. Nathan, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, guys. Those likes really help out in getting more people watching. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. I cover the entire NHL all year round. So if you're a fan of hockey, there's something here for you. We'd love to have you become a part of the channel community here. I don't think I don't know. The Leafs definitely, they've said that pretty much everything is on the table. They've said that everything is on the table with the Leafs. Dubas has said there's no guarantee he's going to trade it. There's no guarantee he's not going to trade it. He could, they're examining all options with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Pittsburgh bought out Jack Johnson. That's not surprising at all. I did a whole video on that. Not surprising at all. Beer's right here, ready to go. Beer's ready to go for when the draft actually starts. The Leafs have the biggest fan base in Canada and probably in the NHL, Johnny. And the Avalanche are popular because almost everyone likes the Avalanche. They're a team that just almost everyone likes. Yeah, thank God Mike Matheson got traded Panther. I can't believe Pittsburgh even took him. Pietrangelo, it does seem like he is going to get, he's going to be test free agency and see what he can get on the open market. But we are now under 5 minutes to go until the start of the draft, and the New York Rangers will have the first selection. Vegas is New Jersey. I'm very in the middle on Vegas's New Jerseys. Don't exactly, I mean, I don't love them. There's something about the yellow that I don't like that much. I wish they used a different shade of yellow. But I also don't hate them. They're definitely not the worst jersey in the league. Yeah, Kraken are not picking in this draft. They don't have a roster yet, Johnny. Yes, Brendan Dillon signed a 4-year deal with the Capitals. Yeah, Tampa's got a lot of decisions to make, Austin. They have a very, very busy offseason ahead of them, without a doubt. They have a very busy offseason ahead of them. They've got RFAs that need to be signed, including Cirelli and Sergachev. They're going to have to move some money. Not sure exactly how they plan on doing that, but they are going to have to move some money. I think the Leafs are going to try to build a better supporting cast for their top players. I think they're going to definitely make a move as far as defense is concerned. Defense is the biggest problem with the Toronto Maple Leafs. They've got to address that issue, and I think they're going to try and get some more like grit in the lineup in their depth forward positions. Looking at what Tampa Bay did with Barclay Goodrow and Blake Coleman and guys like that, Pat Maroon, the Leafs are going to look to try and bring somebody in that brings that sandpaper factor to the lineup. Holtby is a free agent, CL. Holtby is a free agent. I don't think anyone's going to trade for his rights at this point. They're just going to wait to sign him on Friday. He can go anywhere he wants on Friday. Gordie Howe, Sutton. Yes, Justin Falk had a horrendous season, Jack, with St. Louis. Hey, that is awesome. That is awesome, Alex. Congratulations. That's great. It's possible, Aiden. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it's certainly possible that there have been talks between those two teams. Hey, what's going on, THG? Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Sutton, who is your childhood hero? I do not know, Sutton. Enlighten me. Enlighten me. I would love to learn. Hey, Ray, bro. What is going on? Welcome to the stream, Ray, bro. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Brian, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Oh, David Pastrnak is Sutton's childhood hero. There we go, Sutton. That's fantastic. Yeah, no, Anderson's a very good goaltender, Aiden. He's a good goalie. So, I don't know if Arizona wants to move Kemper or not, but we will see. We will see. All right, we are just about ready for the draft here. They're doing like an opening scene now, talking about all these former first-round picks and stuff, and then the New York Rangers will be on the clock, and we will be ready to go. The Stanley Cup in 1988, Edmonton Oilers. Hey, Vegas, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Egon, welcome to the stream, says Holtz is a legend. We'll find out. So I think Holtz is going to go somewhere around 7, 8, 9, somewhere around that, the later half of the top 10. But we will see. I don't remember against who, Sutton. Hey, Red Rubber, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Oh, it was the Bruins. That's right. That was the year Boston got really, really close, but didn't quite. Well, no one was going to beat that Oilers team in '88. But anyway, guys, Gary Bettman is talking. I can't hear what he's saying, but he is talking, and the draft is just about underway. Askarov is an interesting one, THG. There's a lot of teams that could use a young goaltender, especially a young franchise goaltender. I think he could go as high as Buffalo at 8, or he could, drop back into the early teens depending on what team is drafting and what teams need goaltending. So Askarov's going to be an interesting one. Goaltenders in the first round are always a crapshoot and are tough to tell. So it's goaltenders are really risky up high, but they can work out really well if you're Carey Price or Marc-Andre Fleury. So it's really tough to say with Askarov. He could go pretty much anywhere in the first round. I think the earliest I see him going would be Buffalo, maybe at 8, if they want to go in a goaltending direction. But, he could go pretty much anywhere. Gas Cage, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Rob, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Luke, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. The draft, Bettman is announcing it now, and then the New York Rangers will be on the clock, ready to draft probably Alexis Lafreniere, but we'll have to wait and see for sure until the pick is made. Number 3, I think will be, I don't know, 3, 4, and 5, I really don't. 3 is going to be whoever doesn't get picked second, either Stutzler or Byfield. 4 and 5 is, I think, Marco Rossi's in that conversation. I think Jamie Drysdale's in that conversation. I think Cole Perfetti is in that conversation. Lucas Raymond's in that conversation. I mean, it's gonna be tough to tell exactly those 4, 5, 6, 7 type spots. I think there are a lot of players that could potentially go there. Draft is on NBCSN, Red Rubber. I like Cole Perfetti a lot, too. I think he's going to put up a lot of points at the NHL level, but I also really like Marco Rossi as well. I think they're both guys that are going to be putting up a lot of points. Hey, what's going on? Budget Centurion, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. Aiden, Gooley is a complete crapshoot. Gooley could go as high as like 12th or 13th, or could drop all the way back into the 20s. Gooley is a complete crapshoot. There's a lot of teams that really like him. There's a lot of teams that really don't. That's going to be one of the real most interesting picks of this first round. Yeah, I really like Stützle a lot, Jack. I think he's going to put up big-time points as well. Absolutely. The Leafs do have a first-round pick, Brian. They got it in the Kapanen deal with Pittsburgh. Leafs are 15th overall in the first round. So, New York Rangers are officially on their clock. On the clock right now. Rangers are on the clock. Obviously, we all are expecting Alexis Lafreniere to go number 1 overall, but maybe we're all going to be shocked here, and there's going to be a drastic reaction like, oh my God, what just happened? But we'll have to wait and see. I believe it's a 5-minute clock for each team to make their selection, but I don't think it will take all teams that long to make a pick, but they should have guys in mind that they're looking for, but Rangers are on the clock here. Oh, I definitely think so, Luke. I definitely think he has that potential. So we're waiting for the Rangers to make their pick here. The camera is just focused in on Lafreniere right now. Focused in on Lafreniere. But the Rangers haven't officially made the pick yet. So please remember to hit that subscribe button if you're new, guys, and like this video if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of each and every team are welcome and wanted here. Is the pick in? Pick is not in yet. They're doing a comparison piece here, and one of the players that I also compared Lafreniere to is Mikko Rantanen of the Avalanche, and I think that's a solid comparison. I think Lafreniere can be a little bit more physical than Rantanen, but in a lot of ways, they're very similar players. Both can score, both can pass, strong skaters, very powerful, big wingers. I like the Rantanen comparison a lot for Lafreniere. Brian, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Palmieri would be a lot of what they already have, THG. Like, I think Palmieri is a lot like Jordan Eberle in a lot of ways. Just like that 25-ish goal scorer, 25 goals to maybe 30 in a season. 50 to 60 points. I think Palmieri is a lot like Jordan Eberle. So they do have a lot of guys like that already, but it could be a good addition. Hey, Eddie, what's going on? Aiden, thank you for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Great to have you here. As always, everyone get some Aiden hype in the chat. Welcome to the channel. So, what is taking the Rangers so long with this pick? I mean, everyone knows who's going number 1 overall. They're literally using the whole clock. Hey, Sal, what's up? No, the Isles did not get Palmieri. I think the THG was just asking about potential trade options, maybe. Sal, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. My buddy Sal's in the chat from Behind the Arc Basketball. That would be ridiculous, Ben, if they, after all this, just don't take Laugh. The game now is not very physical, Luke. Not compared to how it was in the 90s. Wow, the Rangers have literally used this entire draft clock here. What is taking them so long? The whole world knows who they're taking. Watch them not take Laugh. That would be insane. All right, pick is in. Alexi Lafreniere! We all knew it was coming, but it finally is official now. Alexi Lafreniere is now a New York Ranger as expected, and we can update the draft board here. Pick number 1. To the New York Rangers, Alexi Lafreniere, as everyone expected, and he is going to New York. No surprise there. Everyone knew what was coming. But Laugh goes to New York, and he will join a very good young New York Rangers squad who has an extremely, extremely bright future. Ace, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Austin, who's getting Sanderson? Sanderson will probably go around 10th overall. Not sure the exact pick, but around 10th overall somewhere would be my guess. Oh yeah, Jack. He knew where he was going. He knew where he was going. They had the hat and the jersey all ready for him. And it now is official. Alexi Lafreniere is a member of the New York Rangers, 1 overall. Actually, I should have left the team up. My bad. I should have left up what team it was. So there we go. New York Rangers take Alexi Lafreniere, left wing, with the 1st overall pick in the 2020 NHL Draft. And now we are on to pick number 2, which belongs to the LA Kings. And as we all know, Tim Stützle and Quentin Byfield, there's a lot of talk about which one is going to go number 2 and which one is going to go number 3. But it certainly appears that it will be one of those 2 players that goes to LA here. Hey, probably Ace. Probably very happy. So with the first pick out of the way, I think it's time to crack a Budweiser here. Gonna crack it right now. There we go. Ready to go here for the rest of the way. And we've got Stützle and Byfield here. Which one is going to go number 2 to LA and which one is going to go number 3 to Ottawa? Yes, please like the video if you haven't yet. It helps get more people in the stream. And subscribe to the channel if you are new. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of each and every team are welcome and wanted here. Roger, welcome to the stream. John Latimer, welcome. Thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate each and every one of you in the chat. Round 1 of the NHL Draft underway. Alexi Lafreniere, as expected, goes number 1 overall to the New York Rangers, and the LA Kings are now on the clock. So we've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on the draft clock here for LA. Their pick is not in yet. Ty, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. So do they go Stützle or do they go Byfield here at number 2? Or do they go off the board? Everyone is expecting Stützle or Byfield, but they could potentially go off the board. There's no guarantee. But obviously we're seeing Bob McKenzie's rankings here has Stützle the best player available, Byfield next, then Drysdale, then Cole Perfetti, then Lucas Raymond, and then Marco Rossi. LA could go off the board, Jack. That's a team that could certainly go off the board. I love Bob McKenzie in general, Jack. I am going to miss Bob McKenzie retiring. I think this is the last draft he's going to do. I am going to miss Bob McKenzie greatly. I am a huge fan of Bob McKenzie. Ty, it would be extremely shocking to see Raymond go number 2. I don't think that is going to happen. It's going to be Byfield or Stützle here. I think Stützle is the best player available right now. Stützle would be my pick here. I think I streamed the draft last year, THG. I'm pretty sure the first round. Logan, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. LA's down to the final 25 seconds here. They've got to get their pick in. Pick is not in yet. Kings don't look like they're in a big hurry to call it in. Pick is in now. There they go. Pick is in from LA. Who is going to go number 2? Is it going to be Tim Stützle or is it going to be Quinton Byfield? Quinton Byfield! Byfield goes number 2. Quinton Byfield to LA at number 2. And that, I'm not surprised. He gets to learn from Anze Kopitar, who is a almost direct comparison to the kind of player that Quinton Byfield is. So Quinton Byfield goes number 2 to the LA Kings. Byfield 2, and he gets to learn directly from Anze Kopitar, who is a very good direct comparison to Byfield as a player, a big center with a lot of offensive upside. Byfield goes number 2 to LA and gets to play probably as a second line center right behind the player that is a direct comparison to him, Anze Kopitar. So that makes a lot of sense if you're LA, getting him behind Kopitar in that lineup and able to learn from one of the absolute best two-way centers in the NHL in Anze Kopitar. Ability to play keep away with the puck, excellent hands in tight and determined all over the ice. Or that's what they're saying is his direct comparisons to Kopitar. Obviously a big center as well, similar in size, body positioning. He had 82 points in 45 games in the OHL last year. Obviously very good offensive production. I'm excited to see how Byfield turns out. I think his upside potential is massive. He also has the potential to kind of flame out and not be nearly as good as people think. I think this is kind of a risky pick, but the upside potential is huge with that big body. I would definitely say Stützle is probably going to go to number 3 to Ottawa, yes. Let's see. My biggest sleeper player in the draft. That's an interesting one. I'm not sure, THG. I don't know a ton about the prospects beyond like the top 20 or so, but I think Hendrix Lapierre missed a lot of this past year with injury. I think he has a lot of upside potential. Braden Schneider, defenseman from the OHL. He's probably going to go in the early 20s or somewhere around there. I think he has a potential to be a really good, big kind of, shutdown type D-man, maybe like a Ryan Suter type, with maybe even more physical than Suter, maybe even more like a Shea Weber type. But I think Braden Schneider, I liked his OHL highlights a lot. I think he has a chance to be good in this draft. Seth Jarvis is going to be good, Amon. Yes, welcome, Amon. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Ashton, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Hootie Woody, yeah, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Big Mac, Roman, welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Remember to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of each and every team are welcome and wanted here. So Byfield goes number 2 to LA, and Ottawa is currently on the clock. And I think everyone knows they're probably going to take Tim Stützle here. They pick again at 5 overall as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yes, Byfield's father is from Jamaica, Jack. That is correct. I've heard of Hendrix Lapierre. He was going to be a higher pick if it wasn't for the injuries, but he has a lot of upside potential. He has a lot of upside potential. Islanders do not have a first-round pick, Kevin. Welcome to the stream. They traded it in the J.G. Pajot trade. No, Hendrix Lapierre, I think, is going to be a lot better than most people expect. He has a lot of upside potential. God, they're showing Byfield highlights now. Look at him work the offensive zone. Byfield just working the offensive zone here in these highlights. And the big thing about Byfield is he scores a lot for a center. He scores a lot for a center, so he's not strictly a setup man. He can put the puck in the net as well. So Ottawa now under a minute. In my draft rankings, I had Byfield number 2, which is I had Lafreniere number 1 and Byfield number 2, and now Stützle number 3. So I definitely think Stützle is going 3 here to Ottawa. Yeah, the Ducks have 2 first-round picks. They got one in the trade with the Bruins, and they have their own at number 6 as well. So a couple picks for Anaheim. This is a big draft for them in their rebuild process. Alvin, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. Appreciate having you here. Pick is in. Ottawa Senators pick is in here. They are ready to make their selection. I think we all expect it to be Tim Stützle, but we'll see what happens. They could go off the board. Hey, Robert O, that is awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for wearing the shirt. Great. I'm really glad that it came. That's awesome. The highest ranked American in this draft, Kevin, is defenseman Jake Sanderson, who is expected to go around 10 overall or something like that. Welcome, everyone. Remember to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you are new. The Ottawa Senators pick is in here. Number 3 overall. And it's Tim Stützle, number 3 overall. He goes to Ottawa at number 3 as expected. And, he can play center or wing. He can play center or wing. It's going to be interesting to see how they use him. But Stützle goes number 3 to the Ottawa Senators. And we are on to Detroit, who is now picking at number 4. So Ottawa now on the clock, Detroit now on the clock. Ottawa just picked Tim Stützle at number 3. He can play center or wing. Very, very good player. I think he can become a 90-point player in the NHL. I think he can become a 90-point player in the NHL. Stützle is going to be really, really good. MJ, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Yes, I already did a video on it, Aman. A video for the Domi trade is already out. Yeah, early in the morning in Germany, and Tim Stützle gets drafted by the Ottawa Senators, where he certainly will play next season and be a huge, huge addition to that Senators lineup. Yeah, man. When I did my draft profile on Stützle, man, unbelievable. He's so good with the puck. I love how they're comparing him to Patrick Kane. Very Patrick Kane-like. Incredibly good with the puck. I think he also kind of Nikita Kucherov-like, Matt Barzal. I think he's going to be better offensively than Barzal. Matt Barzal-like as well if he plays center. He can play center or wing. It's going to be interesting to see what Ottawa does with him. But very, very good pick here at number 3 for Tim Stützle. Definitely will make Tkachuk into a 30-goal scorer. Absolutely. Maybe even a 40-goal scorer. But now Detroit is on the clock here at number 4, looking to make their selection. There's been a lot of talk about Marco Rossi possibly going to Detroit. Obviously, Jamie Drysdale is on the board if they want to go defense. Jamie Drysdale's available. He's the top defenseman in this draft. Lucas Raymond is a guy that could potentially go here. Cole Perfetti is a guy that could go here. Detroit has options with this pick. So they still got some time on the clock here. So, pick's not in. It's going to be interesting. Jamie Drysdale is the top player in Bob McKenzie's rankings, still available. Cole Perfetti after him, Lucas Raymond after Perfetti, and Marco Rossi after Raymond. Then we get to Jake Sanderson, Alexander Holtz, and Jack Quinn. So, I don't really see Detroit going too far off the board here. I think if they go defense, it would be Drysdale. If they go forward, I think it could be Perfetti, it could be Raymond, it could be Rossi. I have no idea about Askarov, MJ, because goaltenders are extremely risky to take in the first round. Extremely risky. Sometimes they go really well. Sometimes they go absolutely horribly. So, I am not sure. He could go as high as number 8, I think, to Buffalo, or he could drop all the way, into the teens, probably. So it's tough to say with goaltenders. Yes, Abdelkader is terrible, and he has been bought out by the Red Wings. They needed to get rid of his contract. Pajot is going to be a very good player, Kevin, for the Islanders. I'm a big fan of J.G. Pajot. All right, Detroit is out of time here. Pick is in for the Red Wings. Pick is in for the Red Wings. Let's see who they take. Who's Stevie Y going to take 4th overall? This is where we start. We knew who the first 3 were going to be. From here on out, we don't know. There's a lot of options here. A lot of options here. Lucas Raymond! Lucas Raymond goes to Detroit. Swedish winger. The Detroit Red Wings take Lucas Raymond, number 4 overall. Ty, you did call it there. You also thought Raymond was going to go number 2, which he did not. But Lucas Raymond goes number 4 overall to the Detroit Red Wings. Right wing out of Sweden. And the Wings just added a huge goal scorer to their lineup. Somebody with the potential to be a big-time goal scorer at the NHL level down the road. So Ottawa now back on the clock at number 5. Ottawa back on the clock at number 5. This they get the number 3 pick was originally San Jose's. Ottawa's on the clock at number 5. And they get a chance for another top 5 draft pick here. They took Stutzle at number 3. Now they're picking number 5. We've got Marco Rossi available. Jamie Drysdale available. Cole Perfetti's available. Alexander Holtz is available. Ottawa has options here with the 5th overall pick. We'll see what direction they go in. Definitely CL. If Provorov has a really, really good season, he definitely could be a Norris Trophy candidate for sure. He's still young, too. He's just coming into his prime at the NHL level. He down the road certainly has Norris capabilities. Yes, Robert, sniper. Didn't put up a ton of points last year, but that's because he was playing in the top league in Sweden as a young, 17, 18-year-old. So, he's got great offensive potential here. Lucas Raymond can become a very good goal scorer at the NHL level. Raymond and Zadina could become high-level goal-scoring players here for the Detroit Red Wings down the line. No trades yet so far during the first round, CL. No trades so far. Palmer, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have everyone in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I cover the entire NHL, so no matter what team you're a fan of, you're welcome and wanted here. Ottawa is on the clock with the 5th overall selection. They took Stutzle at number 3. Now they pick again at 5, and they have options on the table. Jamie Drysdale, Cole Perfetti, Marco Rossi, Jake Sanderson, Alexander Holtz, all potential picks here at number 5. If I had to guess, I would expect... Honestly, I would not be surprised if they go Drysdale here. They got a forward with Stutzle. I would not be surprised if they go with Drysdale here and add to that defense core. That way, they have Thomas Chabot already there. They've got Brandstrom coming up, and now they could add Drysdale to that D core. That could be a nasty defense down the road for the Ottawa Senators. Hey, Mikhail, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. They definitely could use a D-man, Jack, for sure. Ottawa going Drysdale here would not surprise me in the least. Still got a minute and a half on the clock here, waiting for the pick to come in. We'll see who they go with here. Perfetti, definitely a potential pick here. Drysdale, Rossi, also on the board. Drysdale, I think, is who I would go with here. If I were the Ottawa Senators, and I am not an NHL GM, but if I were the Ottawa Senators, I would take Jamie Drysdale with this pick. They got Stutzle up front. Now it's time to solidify the blue line with Jamie Drysdale here. That would be my selection here. Seth B, what a legend. What is going on? Welcome to the stream. Seth B, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Everyone, welcome Seth B to the chat. I am not going to get NHL 21 Palmer because I don't have any modern game systems. I only have PS2 and Xbox 360. I don't really play video games much. Pick is in for Ottawa. 5th overall selection is in. 5th overall selection is in here. Ottawa, who do they take? I would take Drysdale here. And it's Jake Sanderson! Wow, there's our first one going off the board. Jake Sanderson over Jamie Drysdale. Wow. Now that we did not see coming. There's our first really off the board pick there. Jake Sanderson ahead of Jamie Drysdale, taken number 5 overall by the Ottawa Senators. And the top U.S.-born player taken in this draft, Jake Sanderson, 5 overall to the Ottawa Senators, and that absolutely is a surprise. Drysdale, not the first defenseman taken. Wow. Landon, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. No, Mikhail, it is not. Mackenzie, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Wow, that off the board. Jake Sanderson ahead of Jamie Drysdale. Sanderson, the top-ranked American-born player. Second-ranked defenseman but he goes ahead of Jamie Drysdale, who is the first-ranked defenseman, and he goes number 5 overall to the Ottawa Senators here. And Sanderson is the first D-man to go. Wow, I did not see that coming either, MJ. I did not see that coming. Jake Sanderson, I thought was going to go around number 9 or number 10. Not number 5. Wow. So big pick there by Dorian and the Senators to take Sanderson at number 5. He's 6'1", 185 pounds. And they compare him a lot to Josh Morrissey here. Very good skater, competitive but subtle, stealthy on offense and defense. Yeah, he's a good two-way player. He's a good two-way player for sure. I don't think he has the same offensive capabilities that Jamie Drysdale does, but I think he might be a better defensive player than Jamie Drysdale will be. Palmer, the rankings are only the rankings. There's no guarantee that that's the order that players are taken. The draft goes out of order all the time with as far as the rankings go. The rankings are just a guess. But now Anaheim is on the clock at number 6. The Anaheim Ducks are a team that could use help at pretty much every position, except for goaltender. They're pretty well set with John Gibson in goal, but they need help defensively. They need help up front. The Anaheim Ducks are a rebuilding team that could really use any sort of skilled player that they bring in here. You've got Perfetti as an option. You've got Holtz as an option. Rossi as an option. You've got Drysdale still on the board as a defenseman. We'll see. Anaheim here picking at number 6 is going to be interesting to see what they do. Let's see. Hey, cheers, Austin. Have it. Yeah, for sure. Hope you're enjoying the draft. It's been an interesting one so far. That Sanderson pick has really thrown me for a loop. Dallas is not picking until 30th overall, probably. They were the runner-up. Yeah, Dallas picks 30th overall because they were in the Stanley Cup Finals. So they get the second to last pick. All right, so Anaheim's still on the clock here. They've got 1:10 remaining to make their selection. Ducks could definitely use a winger, Amon. Ducks are a team that needs help pretty much everywhere, but they certainly could use a winger. I like Holtz here. I like Perfetti here. I mean, if they want to go defense, Drysdale would not be a bad option on the back end here. Welcome, NFL Nation, to the stream. Well, I put it out in the Discord, NFL Nation, so everyone in the Discord should have been notified because I put it out in the Discord. All right, Anaheim now. Final seconds on the draft clock. Their pick has got to be coming in. Pick is in for the Anaheim Ducks. Who are they going to take? This really could go in a number of different ways here. Do they take Perfetti? Do they take Holtz? Do they take Drysdale? No, Ducks need some serious help on defense, Amon. They need some serious help on defense. Ducks are in trouble everywhere. They're just not a good team at this point. Let's see what they decide to do. Bob Murray here making the pick. And it's Jamie Drysdale. So Drysdale goes one pick later than Sanderson at number 6 overall to the Anaheim Ducks. And Jamie Drysdale goes number 6 overall to Anaheim. I am not surprised by that at all. And they take Drysdale here. I bet you they were not even expecting Drysdale to be on the board at this point. And now a defenseman go 2 picks in a row at number 5 and number 6 overall. Sanderson to Ottawa at 5. Drysdale to Anaheim at number 6. And now at number 7, the New Jersey Devils are on the clock. So, the top 2 defensemen are off the board. Francois, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Anaheim desperately needed an offensive defenseman. Building your defense around Josh Manson is not going to cut it in the modern NHL. I love Josh Manson. He's a good defenseman, but building your defense around Josh Manson isn't going to cut it. So Drysdale, an offensive defenseman, someone who can put up points from the back end, that is a good pick there for the Anaheim Ducks. Quinn, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. Lindholm had a horrible season. Fowler has not been good the last few years. Manson brings nothing to the table offensively. No, Anaheim desperately needed an actual offensive defenseman. Yeah, Josh Manson brings nothing to the table offensively. He's a good defensive defenseman, but nothing offensive. Lindholm also had a horrible season this past year. I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe even gets traded. Hey, that's awesome, Landon. Congratulations on starting to play hockey. Yes, regular Bud, Kevin, all ready to go. So, we are waiting now for the next pick to come in. Yes, Getzlaf will likely hit 1,000 career points next season, Jack. He's 35 away. But Drysdale just came off the board there at number 6, and New Jersey is now on the clock at number 7. New Jersey, I think, is very likely to go Perfetti or Rossi here. Maybe even Alexander Holtz. Alexander Holtz, they could use a goal scorer to put next to Jack Hughes. Alexander Holtz could be an option here for the Devils as well. So we still got about 2.5 minutes left on the clock here. Devils pick is not in yet. Nice interview with Alexi Lafreniere here, who went number 1 overall to the New York Rangers. I can't hear it because I have the TV muted, but they're talking a lot Laffy here. while the Devils are on the clock. 2 minutes remaining here before they have to pick. And we're at number 7 here in the first round. Drysdale and Sanderson are both off the board. Those were definitely the top 2 ranked defensemen. So I definitely think you're going to see a forward here for the Devils. The Bruins do not have a first-round pick, NFL Nation. They traded it to Anaheim. They do not have a first-round pick. Will they trade for one? I don't know. Probably not. There haven't been any trades yet so far tonight, which I'm almost a little surprised by. I thought we'd see some more trading this year with the cap situation and the sheer number of RFAs that are up, you know, big RFAs that are up. But other than the Domi trade earlier, which was before the draft even started, there haven't been any other deals today. We won't know until next year, NFL Nation. We won't know until next year. I would say Rossi here makes a lot of sense. Then you have a 1-2 punch down the middle with Jack Hughes. Well, Nico Hischier, Jack Hughes, and Marco Rossi. That would really set you up down the middle. Well, no. Hughes, never mind. No, you'd have Rossi and Hischier, and you'd play Hughes on the wing probably. No, I wouldn't say that, Robert. I definitely think Rossi could certainly go here. Rossi could certainly go here. The Devils are going to be looking for offense. We got 15 seconds left on the clock here for the Devils. I also think they're going to be looking for a score, so Holtz could go here as well. But the pick is in here from New Jersey. We'll see what happens. Well, the pick is in from New Jersey. Who do they select at number 7 overall? Here's Tom Fitzgerald making the selection. Alexander Holtz. They bring in the goal scorer. Amon was correct. Alexander Holtz. They bring in a goal scorer here at number 7 overall. I'm not overly surprised by that. I think he's going to play with Hischier. And, they bring in the left winger from Sweden, Alexander Holtz. He is a pure sniper. He has the potential here to score a lot of goals for the New Jersey Devils. He'll probably play on Hischier's wing, and he has the potential here to be a big-time goal scorer here. Hey, Savage, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Yes, they're comparing him to Philip Forsberg. I think he has a chance to even be a bigger and better pick than Philip Forsberg. Or, I mean, a bigger and better goal scorer than Philip Forsberg as far as sheer number of goals. I think Holtz could become a 40-goal scorer in the NHL. I certainly could see that happening. There's no guarantee of it, but he certainly has a potential to do that. So Holtz comes in, and he's going to play on the wing. He's 5'11", 192 pounds. 192 pounds. So good NHL size already. And Buffalo is now on the clock at number 8. Alexander Holtz goes number 7. Buffalo is now on the clock at number 8. And yes, New Jersey still desperately needs defense. But they get a big-time goal scorer there with Alexander Holtz. Oh, never mind. He's a right wing. They just changed it. NBC originally had him listed as a left wing. And now they're like, oops, never mind. Okay, NBC. Buffalo here at number 8. I definitely could see Cole Perfetti here. That would probably be my selection. I would say Cole Perfetti here at number 8 to Buffalo. He can play center or wing. That's versatility that Buffalo could certainly use. I think he'd start on the wing, And I could definitely see Cole Perfetti here to the Sabres at number 8. Well, Amon thinks Jack Quinn. I don't think Jack Quinn's going to go this high. But, I mean, there's been a couple of picks that have gone way before I thought they would. So, who knows? Maybe it does happen. So, if they're looking for a pure goal scorer, then Jack Quinn could be the pick here. I would go with Perfetti at this selection. If I were the Sabres, I would go with Perfetti. But we'll see what they decide to do. I think it's going to be Perfetti here. But we will see. We will see. Buffalo still has 2 minutes on the clock, so we don't know. The pick's not in yet, but we have Perfetti, Rossi, Quinn, Askarov, Lundell, Mercer, Gooley, all still on the board here. Jack Quinn is a big-time goal scorer. Big-time goal scorer for sure, but I think Cole Perfetti is probably the pick that I would take here. Just a pure offensive talent that can play center or wing. I think he would probably play wing with Buffalo. This will be interesting. Still a minute 15 on the clock here. I think Rossi goes to Minnesota. Rossi to Minnesota would be my pick. Minnesota desperately needs centers. So this in my mind is either going to be Cole Perfetti or Jack Quinn. It's going to be one of those two, in my opinion. Unless they really go off the board here. I mean, I don't think they really need Rossi. They have centers. But, I mean, maybe they could anyway. Maybe they like Marco Rossi that much. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see here who goes 8. They're down to the final 15 seconds. Pick's got to come in. Clock is running out. Pick is in for Buffalo. Number 8 overall. I say Quinn or Perfetti here. I would go Perfetti, but Quinn is definitely an option for them as well, looking to add to the goal scoring. Kevin Adams making the selection. Through trades, Brian. They traded for him. Jack Quinn? Jack Quinn, right wing. Jack Quinn goes to the Buffalo Sabres. So I knew it was either going to be Perfetti or Quinn here. And Jack Quinn goes to the Buffalo Sabres at number 8 overall. He is a highly, highly touted goal scorer out of the OHL who can really put the puck in the net. He can score a lot of goals. A lot of goals here. Jack Quinn to Buffalo. He had 52 goals last year in the OHL. Unbelievable goal scorer. He really, really has the chance to be an elite scoring wing for the Buffalo Sabres here. And man, they certainly could use him. All right, I'm going to say it right now. Minnesota up at number 9. Marco Rossi to Minnesota at number 9. Minnesota desperately needs a center. They desperately need offense. That Marco Rossi, number 9 to Minnesota, is my prediction for this pick. But Buffalo takes Jack Quinn at number 8. Jack Quinn goes 8. Yes, I 100% agree, Jack. Minnesota desperately needs a scoring center like Marco Rossi. I mean, Perfetti wouldn't be a bad pick either for them. He can play center or wing, and they need offensive production. Minnesota desperately needs offense. It's probably going to be Perfetti or Rossi here. I think it's going to be Marco Rossi. They're in desperate need of a center, a scoring center, someone who can help them build down the middle. I would go Marco Rossi here, number 9 overall to the Minnesota Wild. They are on the clock now, waiting for the selection to be in. Who needs a goalie? That's interesting, though. I mean, a lot of the teams that have picked so far could use a goaltender, but I think we could see Askarov drop a little bit here. I think Carolina could possibly go for Askarov because they don't have an immediate need up front. I think you're going to see teams without an immediate need for scoring could potentially go for it, because defensemen now, as far as defensemen go, you're getting back into the mid-round before you start seeing another defenseman go. So it's either going to be a forward or Askarov at this point. And I think, Florida, no one, wow. Carolina really seems like the team that would potentially take Askarov. Other than that, he might drop. We'll see. He might drop to the mid-round. Carolina needs a goaltender, but other than that, the other teams that are picking, I mean, Winnipeg's got Hellebuck. I mean, you've got Bobrovsky in Florida and Spencer Knight in the system. These teams really, other than Carolina, really don't need a goaltender. So you could see Askarov drop if Carolina doesn't take him. Yeah, that's true. Maybe Nashville. In case, Rene's at the back end of his career, not going to be in the NHL much longer. Maybe they bring in Askarov and maybe, Saros isn't a true number 1. Although I think Saros is going to be a good number 1, but, still young, remains to be seen. Minnesota's still on the clock here. They've got about 1 minute and 15 seconds left to make their pick. I think it's going to be Marco Rossi here. Erod, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, Nashville at 11 could potentially take Askarov. Carolina at, 13 could potentially take Askarov. If neither of those two teams take him, I think he could really potentially drop. Defense at 10 with Sanderson and Drysdale off the board, Amon, would be a bit of a stretch, I think. I mean, they could maybe reach for Caden Gooley and hope that he reaches his full upside. But I feel like defense at this point with the 2 top D-men off the board at number 10 would be a bit of a stretch. But we'll see. Potentially, they could stretch for Gooley if they really like Caden Gooley. I think that would be a risky selection, though, for Winnipeg. I think they're more likely to go Perfetti. Kevin, I have no idea. Nobody has any clue what's actually going to happen. So, Minnesota's pick is in. Bill Guerin about to make the selection. Minnesota's pick is in. 9 overall. Hey, I nailed that one. Marco Rossi. 9 overall to Minnesota. Marco Rossi, just as I suspected, they desperately needed a center. And Marco Rossi goes number 9 to the Minnesota Wild. And boy, did they need that selection. Great pick there. Great pick there for Minnesota. 9 overall. Marco Rossi to the Wild. And they desperately, desperately needed him. Desperately needed a pick of a center down the middle like that. Slapshot, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yes, Cole Perfetti is falling and falling fast here. We're up to pick number 10 by the Winnipeg Jets. The Minnesota Wild have just selected Marco Rossi, 9th overall. 120 points in 56 games last year. Absolutely unbelievable there from Rossi. What an offensive season for him. And Minnesota desperately needs that kind of offensive talent injected into their lineup. All right. Slapshot says Perfetti to Winnipeg at 10. Amon says Lundell to Winnipeg at 10. We will see. Winnipeg is on the clock now. They need... I mean, I think it'd be a stretch to take any of the remaining defensemen here. So I do see them going forward. But they've got some options here. I don't think they're going to go Askarov. They've got Hellebuck. They really don't need a goaltender with Hellebuck. So, and it would be a stretch to take a D-man here. So I do see them going forward here. Man, Rossi is going to be... I think Marco Rossi is going to be something else in the NHL. Just the pure offensive talent with Rossi is unreal. $120 points in 56 games. I mean, that is fantastic. I mean, Slapshot, you're just taking a guess like everybody else. Everyone is just guessing. No one knows who's actually going to go. But we've got Perfetti still on the board. We've got Lundell on the board. We've got, again, I don't think they're going to take... I think it's got to be Perfetti or Lundell here. I feel like anything else would be a bit of an off-the-board pick. I mean, maybe Caden Gooley if they want to stretch for a D-man. Maybe if they want to stretch for a D-man, maybe Caden Gooley, but I see Perfetti or Lundell going here. Winnipeg still got about a minute and a half to make their choice, so we'll see what happens here. Oh, man, these teams, they got to know who they're taking. They've got to know who... I don't know why they're all using up the entire clock. Like, they got to know who they're taking here. I definitely think there's a chance that Laine gets traded him on. I definitely think that there's a chance, for sure. No, Dallas picks 30th overall. They have the second to last pick of the round. All right, Winnipeg now. Pick is in for the Winnipeg Jets. They're down to the final seconds here. Pick is in for the Winnipeg Jets. Who do they take? Cole Perfetti. Do they take Perfetti? Do they take Lindell? There's a lot of questions about Lindell's offensive ability. A lot of people think Lindell is going to be strictly like a third-line center and only be a defensive-minded player and not a top guy. So I think it's risky to take Lindell this high. I think Perfetti's probably going to go here. But Bettman is handing it over to the Jets staff now. And the Jets are making their selection. Let's see who it is. If I had to guess, I would say Perfetti here. Yes, Dale Howardchuk's wife is making the selection. Yo, make the pick. Cole Perfetti. Cole Perfetti goes at number 10 to the Winnipeg Jets. So another pick in the books here. And Cole Perfetti goes to the Winnipeg Jets at number 10. So not surprising there. I'm surprised Perfetti dropped this far. But Cole Perfetti, who can play center or wing, goes to Winnipeg at number 10. And all the top 10 players have gone just in a different order than what was originally expected. But you are correct, Jack. All the top 10 players in this draft have gone in the top 10. So Winnipeg adds to their offensive prowess here by adding Cole Perfetti, who is a guy that I really think could become a 70, 80 point player at the NHL level. Very versatile player, can play center or wing. That's a great trait to have. And I think Perfetti's got a lot of offensive upside here. We'll see if it translates to the NHL. But a lot of offensive upside here with Cole Perfetti. So now on the clock at number 11 is the Nashville Predators. I think they could potentially go for Askarov here. You know, Pekka Rinne, he's on the way out of his NHL career. He's 37 years old. Definitely an option there. Anton Lindell is an option here. I think they're pretty well set on defense, so I don't think you're going to see them go for Caden Gooley. I do think it's going to be a forward or Askarov there. They certainly could use some offensive depth. I would not be surprised to see Lindell go here. I would not be surprised to see a player like Dawson Mercer go here, or even a Hendrix Lapierre, or a Dylan Holloway, someone like that. I think you're probably going to see an offensive player go here. Francois, I don't know what you're talking about, but Alexis Lafreniere is long gone. Lafreniere is long gone. I have no idea, CL. I am not the GM of the Philadelphia Flyers, so I have no clue. But Nashville is on the clock now. Oh yeah, at this point in the draft, Jack, it's a crapshoot. There's any number of players that could go at these mid-round spots. Any number of players. Wow, Slapshot thinks Seth Jarvis. Wow, that would be kind of a surprising pick, but possibly. Oh yeah, Amon. The Jets have a very good offense, without a doubt. They have a lot of offensive talent there in Winnipeg, for sure. Yes, finish means scoring. Finishing means scoring, Jack. Michael, that's the rumor right now, but nothing is confirmed. Nothing is confirmed. But that is the rumor right now. We're on commercial break here. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you are new. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. We are 10 picks through the first round of the 2020 NHL Draft. The draft order and selections that have been made are currently going across the top of the screen. Simmons is not going to make a lot, CL. Simmons is a bottom 6 winger at this point. Probably around $2 to $3 million per year for Wayne Simmons. Yes, Craig Smith and Mikhail Granlund will both be testing free agency. Askarov has not gone yet, Ty. We are on pick number 11. The Nashville Predators are on the clock, and the Nashville Predators pick is in. 11th overall. Do they take Askarov? Do they go with a forward? Let's see what Poyle decides to do. I have no idea, Kevin. I'm not the GM. I don't know. Poyle making the selection here for the Preds. Nope, Poyle's not making the selection. They bring in a guest picker. Askarov! Yaroslav Askarov goes to Nashville at number 11. The only goalie projected to go in the first round. And Askarov goes at 11. To the Nashville Predators. And that very well could be Pekka Rinne's replacement. Yaroslav Askarov could be Pekka Rinne's replacement here for the Nashville Preds. They take him 11th overall here in the first round. And he has been heavily compared to Carey Price. That's a tough comparison for any young goaltender. I mean, that's a ton of pressure. That's a ton of pressure out of the gate. But he has been heavily compared to Carey Price. No, Carey Price has never won the Stanley Cup, Amon. So Askarov goes to Nashville. And that has the Florida Panthers on the clock here at number 12. Florida desperately needs defense. I would not be surprised if they take a reach here for a defenseman, Caden Gooley or Braden Schneider. Florida desperately needs defense here. That's their biggest issue with this team. Yes, Askarov played in the KHL at 17, MJ. That is correct. I would not be surprised at all if this is Caden Gooley to the Florida Panthers. It's a little bit of a reach as high as 12, but they desperately need defense here. Desperately need defense. Also, if they decide to go off the board for defense, a little bit of a stretch would be Braden Schneider. But I would think Gooley's probably the first of those two to go. But I was surprised with Sanderson taken before Drysdale, so we will see. Yeah, I think Askarov's going to be good, but goaltenders are always a crapshoot. A lot of times, first-round goaltenders don't work, and 6th or 7th-round goaltenders end up becoming some of the best goalies in the league. So it's always a crapshoot with goalies, but Askarov certainly has the talent to become a very, very good starting goaltender. They're hoping he becomes their version of Andrei Vasilevsky. Now Florida is on the clock here. Still got a minute 50 before they have to get their pick in. I would not be surprised to see a defenseman go here to Florida. They are in desperate need of help on the back end. Caden Gooley or Braden Schneider, I think, are possibilities. I would lean towards Gooley going first. More upside potential for Gooley, but also a bigger risk. So, the Florida draft room now, trying to work this out, figure out what they're going to do. Bill Zito is the new GM of the Florida Panthers. He just took over just a few weeks ago, so he's brand new to this Florida GM job. He spent the last 7 seasons with the Blue Jackets, so this is his first draft as the GM of the Florida Panthers, and it will be interesting to see what he does here. They are in desperate need of defense, that is for sure. $20 seconds left on the clock. They have got to get their pick in. I imagine the pick will be in soon. And the pick is in. Florida's pick is in here. Number 12 overall. Who do they go with? Lindell, Gooley, Schneider, Mercer. They've got options here. Anton Lindell. Wow, they don't go defense here. They go Anton Lundell at number 12 overall. So Lundell goes to Florida at number 12. Wow. He is a defensive-minded center out of Sweden. And there's been a lot of talk here about, you know, is Lundell's offensive game going to be able to produce at the NHL level? But what we do know is that he's a defensive forward. He's a two-way player. He's a defensive-minded forward. The question with Lundell just has been, is the offensive game going to get to the NHL level and translate to the NHL level? That remains to be seen, but anything that helps the Florida Panthers defensively, they desperately needed, and Lundell certainly helps Florida defensively. So even though they didn't take a defenseman there, they did get a defensive-minded forward out of it, and Lundell is now going to the Florida Panthers at number 12. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's not going to be as many trades tonight. Maybe there won't be any trades tonight. Maybe teams are just going to make their selections and be happy with it. I'm not sure. Yes, there are plenty of Finns Slapshot on the Florida Panthers, so he will certainly be in good company there with the Panthers. Brendan, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. We're at commercial break now. Pick number 13 is on the board, the Carolina Hurricanes. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I cover the entire NHL, so no matter what team you're a fan of, you're welcome and wanted here. Carolina does not need defense, Slapshot. Carolina does not need defense. They actually already have too many defensemen. So I expect this to be a forward for the Hurricanes. This is not going to be a player that plays in the NHL next season. I'm thinking Dawson Mercer is definitely a possibility here. I think Hendrix Lapierre is a possibility here. I think it's going to be a forward here. Yeah, NFL Nation, I kind of agree with you. I think a center would be a good option here. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. We're just coming back from commercial break. I think Dawson Mercer is definitely an option. I think LaPierre is definitely an option. Maybe Dylan Holloway if they want to kind of go off the board a little bit. They have options here, but I do expect it to be a forward, most likely a center. And that would certainly help this Hurricanes team going forward for sure. Yes, Ottawa got the 28th overall selection as well, Amon. They have 3 picks in the first round. Carolina's still got about a minute 50 here on the clock before they have to fully make their selection. We'll see what happens the rest of the way here. Let's see. Holloway, LaPierre, and Mercer all still on the board. I don't see them going with defense. Carolina's stacked on defense. I definitely think it's going to be a forward here. This is the pick that they got from Toronto in the Patrick Marleau trade. So this pick was originally Toronto's, now belongs to the Hurricanes. And I believe they're going to take a forward here with this selection at number 13 overall. But we'll have to wait and see for sure what happens. 40 seconds left on the clock. Pick should be in soon. Yeah, I was going to say, Amon, I'm definitely not seeing that. I think if there was a trade, NBC would be talking about it right now. But Carolina now pick is in. Hurricanes pick is in. Who do they take at number 13? I see it being a forward, but I don't know which one. Mercer, LaPierre, Holloway. Who is going to go? Wow, Seth Jarvis. Wow, I thought Jarvis was going to last a little longer than that, but Seth Jarvis comes off the board at number 13 to the Carolina Hurricanes. And he is a center, but he was ranked lower than the other guys I was just talking about. Wow. He was ranked behind them, but Seth Jarvis comes off the board at number 13 to the Carolina Hurricanes. And that leads me to believe that Hendrix LaPierre or Dawson Mercer or Dylan Holloway will go to... Askarov's already gone, NFL Nation. One of those guys is going to go to the Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton is now on the clock at number 14. I think Mercer, LaPierre, or Holloway will go to the Edmonton Oilers. They're also in desperate need of forward help, without a doubt. Jarvis, WHL, 5'10", 175 pounds. Definitely will grow into his body a little bit more. But he was highest ranked WHL forward among NHL Central Scouting. So 98 points in 58 games last season. Second in points in the WHL. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. But Jarvis goes a little higher than predicted here at number 13 to Carolina. And Edmonton is now on the clock. Albacore, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you here. So Jarvis gets added to the incredibly good young core that the Hurricanes already have. With Aho, Teravainen, and Svechnikov up front. Slavin and everyone else, Pesci and everyone else on the back end there in Carolina. This team is going to be good for a long, long time. So again here, Edmonton on it. Edmonton's drafted a defenseman with their first-round pick each of the last 2 years. I don't see them doing that again. I think they want to get a forward with this pick, somebody who can help out. McDavid and Draisaitl. I could see Mercer going here, LaPierre going here, Holloway going here. Somebody that can help build that forward group, particularly somebody like Mercer or Holloway who can play center or wing and has played all the forward positions, so I've set down the middle and on the wing. That kind of versatility I think Edmonton would like a lot. Yes, I agree, Jack. Edmonton desperately needs a forward here. I don't see them going defense. They've gone defense in the first round each of the past 2 years. They need a forward here. It's just a matter of which one is it going to be. Mercer, LaPierre, Holloway, Reichel, Perreault, Zary, Amirov. They've got options. There's a lot of guys on the board right now. I will likely do a a quick recap, Jack. After this, I got to do the Brendan Dillon video as well. And then tomorrow, I will probably do like a winners and losers type video. Although, I don't know if there's been really any losers so far. Yeah, Bob McKenzie knows what he's talking about, Jack. Bob McKenzie is a draft expert, without a doubt. One of my favorite insiders in the entire NHL. I'm really sad that he's retiring. Bob McKenzie is my favorite of all the insiders. And I wish he wasn't retiring, but he's obviously been doing this for a very, very long time and deserves it. McKenzie is very, very good. I 100% agree, Jack. The best insider in hockey for 30 years. Absolutely. Love Bob McKenzie. But Oilers are down to the final 20 seconds now on the clock. Down to the final seconds on the clock here. The pick has got to be coming in soon as we look to see what they add. And the pick is in here from Edmonton. Let's see who they take here at number 14 overall as we're ticking towards the halfway point of this draft. Of this round of the draft. We don't know yet, Fitness. I am not a fortune teller. I don't know. Whenever they decide. Dylan Holloway! Wow, number 14 overall, Dylan Holloway to the Edmonton Oilers. I'm not surprised by this because he can play center or wing. I think that's the kind of versatility that a team like Edmonton really likes. He'll probably start on the wing, but Dylan Holloway can play center or left wing, goes to the Edmonton Oilers at number 14 overall. And we are on now to the Toronto Maple Leafs, picking number 15 here in a selection that they got from the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Kapanen trade. Yeah, Firestrike definitely put that in after he already saw it, guaranteed. Firestrike is seeing these picks get made and then putting it in the chat. Yes, Holloway can play center or wing, a lot like Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Actually, very similar to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He can play center or wing. And that kind of versatility Edmonton likes a lot, and I think teams in general like a lot. I'm a little surprised it wasn't Mercer, but Holloway goes first. So Holloway there at number 14, and now the Toronto Maple Leafs are on the clock. Now, Toronto here. What does Toronto do? I mean, they're pretty well set up front. Maybe they could use a winger. They got Matthews and Tavares down the middle. I don't think they are desperately going to be looking for a center here. But what's Toronto do? Does Toronto go with Caden Gooley? Do they want to add to that defense and want to try and work on that defense? I think Caden Gooley is definitely a possibility here to the Maple Leafs. I also think they could just go with the top-rated player available on the board, and that's Dawson Mercer. I think they could go Mercer. I think they could go Gooley. I think maybe if they think Gooley's too big of a risk, maybe they go with Braden Schneider. He's more of a stay-at-home defenseman, but Toronto desperately needs that, and he's considered less risky, less upside, but less risky than Caden Gooley. We might not slap shot. We might not see a trade with the cap situation the way it is and teams struggling for cap space. We might not see a trade today. Teams might just select where they're at and be happy with it. We don't know yet. Yeah, Albacore. I would not be surprised if we see defense here. Amon as well, yeah. Defense to Toronto, I would not be surprised at all. 15th overall. You've got Gooley and Schneider still on the board. Definitely possible. They're on the clock here. They've still got some time left. So, I kind of agree with you, Slapshot. I mean, Caden Gooley is rated higher than Braden Schneider, but I think Schneider's the more safe pick here. Good two-way defensive player, defenseman, big body. Definitely what Toronto needs. So, but I have a feeling they'll probably go with the more upside player, which is Gooley, but also the riskier pick. But we'll see. I definitely think it's going to be a defenseman here, though, for the Maple Leafs. $40 seconds left on the clock. Toronto has got to get their pick in soon here. Gonna be interesting to see what happens. If I was Kyle Dubas right here, my pick would probably be Braden Schneider. And the Leafs pick is... Whoa, the clock went to 0. What happened here? The clock went to 0. Oh, I guess the pick is in. They're making the pick. Okay. Mitch Marner is there making the pick. Wow. What? Amirov. Wow. Rodion Amirov going to the Toronto Maple Leafs. A left winger. At number 15 overall, and that was unexpected, at least in my opinion. Not the not the highest rated forward on the board, and I thought they were going to go defense there. That was not expected, in my opinion. Wow. Wow, I was not expecting that. Amirov at 15th overall to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Rodion Amirov here. Wow, I'm shocked by that one. I was not expecting that. I thought they were going to go defense there, but apparently not. So now the Montreal Canadiens are on the clock at number 16. Montreal at number 16. They could certainly use defense as well. I would not be surprised if Gooley or Schneider went here to Montreal. I also would not be surprised if Hendrix Lapierre goes here. French-Canadian kid, staying right in Montreal. I would not at all be surprised if Hendrix Lapierre goes here at number 16. Hey, Nick, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. I would not at all be surprised if Hendrix Lapierre goes to the Canadiens here at number 16. They also could go defense here with Goulet or Schneider. But I'm starting to think that this could be Lapierre. Yeah, Leafs really surprised me with that Amirov pick. I was not expecting that. But they go with Amirov, the scoring left winger. Anyway, guys, while we're here, we're about halfway through the first round. Please hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of each and every team are welcome and wanted here. I really, really appreciate all of you guys watching. We're about halfway through the first round now. The Montreal Canadiens are on the clock, picking at number 16th overall. I think I'm really, the more I think about this, the more I think Hendrix Lapierre goes to Montreal. But they certainly could go in a defensive route as well with Goulet or Schneider. But my guess would probably be Lapierre. Canadiens need centers as well, especially with Domi traded now. They need centers. Under a minute left on the clock here as we wait for Montreal to make their pick. NHL 14 cover Sutton was Marty Brodeur. I agree, Slapshot. Hendrix Lapierre would be my pick, who I'm guessing for a pick right now. Lapierre is my guess, my prediction right now. But we will see. Down to the final seconds, the pick has got to come in here. Pick has got to come in. They're down to the 10 seconds left on the clock. And the pick is in for Montreal. Let's see who they take. I could see them going defense. I could see them going Lapierre. Or maybe even Mercer up front. Here's Bergevin. Marc Bergevin in there, ready to make it. Let's see what they do. Caden Goulet. They go defense. And Caden Goulet goes to the Montreal Canadiens at number 16 overall. So they do decide to go defense. And he goes number 16 to the Montreal Canadiens. Goulet to the Canadiens. He goes 16 overall, and that leaves Braden Schneider as the top-rated defenseman left on the board here. And we are up to Chicago now. Chicago picking at number 17 here. So The Blackhawks are on the board here with their first-round pick at number 17. Another team that certainly could use help in pretty much anywhere in their lineup. I could see them going forward. I could see them going forward. I could see them going defense. Chicago really needs defense. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Schneider goes here, or maybe they'll go Dawson Mercer or Hendrix Lapierre as a forward. They've got options here at number 17. None of those guys would be a bad pick for the Blackhawks. Yeah, Chicago does desperately need help on the blue line. But at number 17, you're not picking a guy who's going to come in and play in the NHL next year. Everyone being picked now is most likely going to be playing at least 1 or 2 more years in juniors or the minors before they end up being an NHL player. So, this isn't going to be... Kings already picked Albacore. Kings picked 2nd overall, and they already went long, long ago. So it'll be interesting to see here what the Blackhawks do. Commercial break here. Waiting for pick number 17 to come in. Hendrix Lapierre. Possible. Dawson Mercer. Possible. Braden Schneider. Possible. Chicago has options here. Hey, what's going on, Nolan? All the draft picks so far and the current draft order is scrolling across the top. So that's what you've missed so far. There's been it's been an interesting draft so far for sure. But welcome, Nolan. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Chicago is on the clock here at pick number 17. CL, I would love to see a trade, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Teams have been quiet so far. Michael, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Sutton, I think they both have a great chance. Sutton, they're going to be 2 of the best teams in the Western Conference. All right, still 1:10 before the Blackhawks have to get their pick in here. Yes, Montreal picked Caden Gooley at number 16 overall. Slapshot, I did a whole video on it. Isles do not have a first-round pick, Michael. They traded it to Ottawa for J.G. Pajot. Vegas will not be signing Alex Pietrangelo, Amon. Vegas has $0 in cap space. I also did a video on that. You guys I do videos on these things. You have to be on the lookout for them. Vegas has literally $0 in cap space. They're not signing Pietrangelo. All right, Chicago's pick is in. Chicago's pick is in here, 17th overall. Who are they going to take? Blackhawks getting ready to make their selection. Bowman here to pick it. Bowman. Chicago. Jesus, this guy's talking a lot. Make your pick. Oh, he was introducing the person who's actually going to make the pick. Jesus. Bruh, the sleeve is covering the name. Reichel. Oh my, wow, they took Reichel. Wow, Lucas Reichel to the Chicago Blackhawks at number 17 overall. Wow. Firestrike nails it again. And to Chicago at number 17, Lucas Reichel, a left wing scorer. And he is headed to the Chicago Blackhawks. So there goes Reichel, to German player, the second German player taken in this draft. Tim Stutzla, obviously, the first one. Reichel, the second German player taken in this draft. He is a left wing, goes to Chicago with the 17th selection in the draft. And now at number 18, the New Jersey Devils are back on the clock. New Jersey Devils, with their second out of 3 picks that they have here in the first round, are back on the clock here at number 18. This is where I think Braden Schneider goes. Braden Schneider, I'm calling that right now. Calling that right now. Braden Schneider to the New Jersey Devils here. They desperately need defense. They're thin on the blue line. They need a young defenseman in there. Braden Schneider, 18th overall to the New Jersey Devils. That is my guess right now. That is my guess right now. Yes, Martin Reichel, who is Lucas Reichel's dad, did play in the NHL for a bit. So the Devils went with Holtz. They went with a goal scorer with their first pick, 7th overall. Now at 18, I think they're going to go defense, and I think they're going to take Braden Schneider with the 18th overall pick. That is my prediction. I don't know. I mean, I could very well be wrong, but that is my prediction here at number 18 for New Jersey. Yes, New Jersey picked Jack Hughes 1 overall last year. They just picked Alexander Holtz 7th overall this year, and now they're picking again at 18, and they pick again at 20 as well. But I think they go Braden Schneider here to help out that defense core at number 18 overall, and I think Braden Schneider could be one of the best sleeper picks of this draft. Two-way defenseman, big body. I think he's going to play more of a shutdown defensive type role in the NHL, but I think he could be very, very good at it. And New Jersey desperately needs defense. I think Braden Schneider would be a huge, huge pick for them here, and a very smart pick for them here at number 18. They still got 2 minutes left on the clock before they have to make the selection, so we will see. We will see what they decide to do here. Dawson Mercer still on the board. Hendrix Lapierre, risk a reward pick, still on the board. Braden Schneider, top defenseman on the board. Jacob Perreault, top winger on the board. Connor Zary still here. Paterk is still here. Riley, Grieg and Barron are still here. So there are options here. Yes, Taylor Hall is going to be going to free agency, Jack. Absolutely. He's going to sign somewhere else on Friday. Sports Geeks, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Remember, guys, please subscribe if you are new. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet. Both those things really, really help out the channel a lot and are very much appreciated. We've got the New Jersey Devils on the clock here at pick. Making a pick, number 18 here. I think they're going to go Braden Schneider, but we will see. They still got 35 seconds before the pick is in. Caleb, it's all through Streamlabs. All of the graphics on screen are through Streamlabs. Hootie, thank you. Really, really appreciate that. 20 seconds left on the clock before the Devils have to make their pick. And the pick is in here for New Jersey. Who does New Jersey take at number 18 overall? We are about to find out. Tom Fitzgerald, back up. I think you go defense here, but that's just my opinion. Wow, Dawson Mercer. They do not go defense. So maybe they're expecting Schneider to still be there at number 20. They do pick again in just a couple of picks. So maybe they'll go defense with that pick. But New Jersey at number 18 takes Dawson Mercer. Can play center or wing. Can play center or right wing. And he goes to the New Jersey Devils, and that is another forward added to that young core up front for New Jersey. So now Calgary goes at number 19, and New Jersey picks again at 20. New Jersey picks again at 20, so I think they'll probably go Schneider with that pick. So Dawson Mercer now goes to New Jersey, and they keep adding to that forward group there. Hughes, Heischer, Holtz, Mercer, Pavel Zacha, although I would not be surprised if they move on from Pavel Zacha at this point. He obviously hasn't worked out as they hoped when they drafted him in the first round. So with all of these new forwards coming in, I would not be surprised if we see Pavel Zacha get traded. But another forward there for New Jersey, and now Calgary is on the clock. The Calgary Flames still got 4 minutes remaining to make their selection. They are on the clock here as we are into the second half of the first round. Hendrix Lapierre still available. They need a center. Calgary needs a center. I would not be surprised to see Hendrix Lapierre go here. They could go with Braden Schneider if they want D, although I think New Jersey is hoping Schneider's still available at number 20. Jacob Perreault if they want a right wing. They need another scoring winger. Perreault could go here. Calgary's got options, and at this point in the draft, picks are kind of a crapshoot. There are any number of 5 or 6 guys who could potentially go at this spot. Hootie thinks that Taylor Hall will be an Avalanche player after free agency. We will see, Hootie. Big day of free agency coming up on Friday. I will be live pretty much all day for that, doing a 10 to 4 full day coverage live stream of free agency on Friday. So that's going to be a really, really fun day in the NHL. Albacore thinks that Calgary goes LaPierre. I also think there's a good chance Calgary goes LaPierre here. That would probably... LaPierre or Zary. LaPierre is kind of a high-risk, high-reward pick. Zary, I think they're going to go center here, though. I think they're going to go center. Hey, Austin, thank you. I appreciate that. Friday is going to be a really, really fun day. full day coverage, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. of NHL free agency. And then I'm going to be guesting on HTH's channel after my stream ends around 4:30. I think the plan is right now. I'm going to be guesting on HTH's channel for a bit. So Friday is going to be a really, really fun day. Daniel, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Let's see. We've got a minute and a half left on the clock here for Calgary. Pick number 19. Waiting to see who they select. My prediction here is Hendrix Lapierre, but we'll see. I'm just throwing guesses out there. Very good pick by the Minnesota Wild, Daniel. Marco Rossi at 9 is a very good pick. My prediction is Hendrix Lapierre here, but we will see. Calgary, I think, is going to go forward with this pick, but they got a minute left till they have to get the pick in. Let's see. 30 seconds left on the clock here. Clock's running out. Let's see. NBC, it'd be nice if you would, say something. We have a trade. NBC finally coming through with the trade alert. And this pick now belongs to the New York Rangers. Wow, so Calgary trades their pick to the New York Rangers. And the Rangers will now select again in the first round at number 19 overall. The Flames receive the 22nd pick and the 72nd pick in return. So the New York Rangers now select at 19. The Calgary Flames now select at number 22. So they trade back and they pick up the 72nd pick overall as well. So that changes our draft order a little bit. But the Rangers are now on the clock, and we have our first trade of the night as the Rangers move up from 22 to 19, and the Flames drop back and get a third-round pick out of it as well. So now who do the Rangers take? Yes. Who do the Rangers take here, Fire Strike? This kind of changes the complexion here with the Rags now taking the pick at 19th overall. Who do they take? Do they go Hendrix Lapierre? Do they go Braden Schneider and try and add some defense? Do they go with a off the board a little bit? Do they go with a scoring winger like Perreault? I really don't think they need any more wings. The needs for the New York Rangers are certainly center and defense. They need centers and defense. So do they go Lapierre? Do they go Schneider? Do they go off the board? What's going to be the pick here for New York? This is going to be interesting. Alex, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. Appreciate having you here, as always. Welcome back, Ben. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We're at commercial break now, waiting for the Rangers pick to come in. Waiting for the Rangers pick to come in. Well, there's 31 picks in the first round, Michael, for 31 teams, and we're through 18 picks, so that means there's still, 11 remaining. No, there's 12 picks remaining. Or 13, Jesus. Well, not counting the Rangers pick right here, I guess 13. But we are more than halfway through the round. And the Rangers pick is in. The New York Rangers pick is in here at number 19 that they just traded up for with the Calgary Flames. And let's see who the Rangers take with the 19th overall pick. I think it's going to be Schneider or LaPierre. But we will see. Braden Schneider. They go defense. They go defense, and now Schneider is not on the board for New Jersey at number 20, which is who I think they would have taken. So Schneider goes to the New York Rangers at number 19 overall. Another defenseman off the board, and the Rangers certainly needed defense. So that is a very good pick here for New York, in my opinion. I do not watch basketball at all, Michael. Schneider is a big, physical D-man who is really going to be a good two-way player. I think a lot of leadership qualities as well. Big body, NHL body already, 6'2", 207. He is going to be ready to play at the NHL level fairly soon, I think. And he certainly has the physical attributes for it. And I really like Schneider a lot. He I think could end up being one of the biggest steals of this draft at number 19 overall. I think he could become a Shea Weber type defenseman in the NHL. But here we go now. New Jersey back on the clock at 20th overall. And I wonder if New Jersey trades this pick now. I wonder if New Jersey trades this pick now. Because I think New Jersey wanted Schneider at number 20, and now Schneider's off the board. So I wonder if New Jersey trades back here. Because there's no defenseman to take with this pick unless you really, really reach for somebody like Justin Barron or William Wallander. That'd certainly be a reach though at this point. So I wonder if New Jersey trades back or if they take another forward here, 20th overall. They've already taken 2 forwards in this first round. Maybe a right winger in Jacob Perreault if New Jersey does decide to select here. Maybe Jacob Perreault. Maybe Peterka. He's a left winger, though, as is Holtz. I don't know. This is going to be interesting to see what they do here. This is going to be really interesting to see what the Devils do here at 20. I think they might try and trade back with this pick. It's what position they play, Michael. I mean, that's basic hockey. It's what position they play. Two and a half minutes remaining on the clock here for the Devils to get their pick in. I thought they were going to trade it, but apparently not. I thought they might trade back with this one, but it appears unless it's some, unless they make some last-second trade here, it looks like the Devils are going to pick with this selection. And it will be their third first-round pick of the night so far. See, I really don't think New Jersey needs another center. They already took, no, they got, what am I trying to say here? They've got Holt 7th overall, so he was a winger, but, they took a center at, why can't I talk all of a sudden? They took a center with Dawson Mercer at number 18. So, I don't know if they need another center, but we'll see what they do here. Under a minute now remaining on the clock for them to get their pick in. Kind of. All right, 25 seconds left on the clock. Pick's got to come in here. CL, I'm going to do a video on that coming up in the next couple of days. So there will be a video out on potential Patrick Laine destinations if he does get traded up in the next couple of days. Trying to get through the draft first, though. And the pick is in here for New Jersey. They do not trade it. The pick is in. They decide to select with all 3 of their first-round picks. And I think any defenseman at this point would be a stretch. So it's most likely going to be another forward here. What? What? Shakir Mukhamadullin? I've never even heard of this player. I've never even heard of this player. Talk about going off the board. I don't even know who this is. I have never heard of this player. From Russia. A defenseman from Russia. Shakir Mukhamadullin or Dullin? I don't even know how you pronounce that. Great name, but I have no idea who this even is. I have never heard of this player. Shakir Mukhamadullin. 20th overall. Way off the board to the New Jersey Devils here. 20th overall. Wow. That is the most shocking pick of the first round so far. That is the most shocking pick of the first round so far. New Jersey at number 20 going completely off the board for a defenseman. Wow. I was not expecting that. Derek, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We now have 11 picks remaining in the first round. And the Columbus Blue Jackets are on the clock at number 21 overall. That was surprising. He played 12 games in the KHL last year, had 6 points as an 18-year-old. So he was playing in the KHL, probably played the rest of the season in a lower league, but 12 games in the KHL as an 18-year-old last year. Oh yeah, Miroslav Shatan is an all-time NHL name, Jack. Absolutely. Max Afinogenov as well. One of my all-time favorite NHL names. Wojciech Wolski as well. I've never heard of this kid before in my life, Nolan. No idea who he was. The Devils going way off the board here. But hey, those kinds of picks have worked before. Those kinds of picks have worked before. You know, it'll be interesting to see how this works out long term. Columbus's pick is in. The Columbus Blue Jackets pick is in. And they are ready to make their selection here. So they just acquired the rights to Max Domi here tonight, or earlier today. And now they're picking at number 21 overall, and the pick is in. Hey, Raha, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Columbus's pick is in here. Let's see who they take at number 21 overall. Hendrix Lapierre is still on the board. Jacob Perreault is still on the board. That could be a really really good option here for Columbus, who certainly needs offense and scoring. All right, NBC, you said pick is in. They've said pick is in for how long? Now actually tell us who the goddamn pick is. Jesus, they are dragging this out to make it take as long as humanly possible. Like, come on, get this over with. Move this draft along. Let's go. We don't need to take up the entire 5-minute clock every single pick. All right, finally Bettman's turning it over here. We'll see who Columbus takes. Columbus Blue Jackets, number 21 overall. They definitely need offense in Columbus. They decide to go with who did they pick? NBC. Like, NBC didn't even show. What? What is NBC doing right now? Who did they pick? They're talking about their season stats. Yegor Chinakov? NBC didn't even have a graphic up for this player. Another ridiculous off-the-board pick here by Columbus. What the heck? Columbus takes Yegor. What is their actual... What is this guy's name? They haven't even put a graphic up yet. I don't even know how to spell it. I've never heard of this guy before in my life. What position does he play? What position is he? What's his name? Like, NBC doesn't even have his name up on the screen. Also, what the hell is this pick from Columbus? I think it was spelled something like Chernakov or... Chinakov. What position does he play? Is he a center? Is he a winger? Like, I'm sure they took a forward, but who the hell? Oh my god. What? Talk about an off the board pick here. Who the heck is Yegor? I'm literally going to look this guy up right now. I got to look this guy up right now. Yegor Chinakov. He's from the KHL. He's 19 years old. He's a winger. He's listed as a right wing on Elite Prospects. But he shoots left. But he plays the off wing apparently. He's listed as a right wing on Elite Prospects, so I'll put him up there as a right winger. Yegor Chernakov here for the Columbus Blue Jackets at number 22 overall, going way off the board with that pick. Hello, Bella. Welcome to the stream. So now we are up to selection number 23. So we are up to, selection number 22, excuse me. So the Calgary Flames, after trading away pick number 19, now pick at number 22. And, Nolan, every player looks nuts in their highlight package. They don't pick bad highlights to show. Every player looks nuts in the highlight package. I've literally I've never seen a draft day highlight package that didn't make me go, wow, that kid looks good. No shit, he looks good. He's getting drafted into the NHL. But Calgary is on the clock now for another minute and a half here. So Calgary will probably finally make a selection here. Hey, Y-Friend, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. So, where is Hendrix Lapierre going to go? Lapierre is dropping and dropping and dropping in this draft. Where is Hendrix Lapierre going to go? We are up to pick number 22 here. The Calgary Flames are on the clock. I haven't even looked at his statistics, because just because you have good statistics in another league doesn't mean jack shit in the NHL. We've seen guys who literally have scored like 140 points in junior come in and be nothing more than a third liner in the NHL. So statistics really don't mean much. They can go either way. Hey, my heroes, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Remember, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, guys. I cover the entire NHL. Hey, 3 Deep, welcome to the stream. First round of the NHL Draft, well underway. Pick number 22 belongs to the Calgary Flames. And that pick apparently, well, the clock's at 0, so either that pick is in or they're trading again. They are out of time. Let's go. What's going on here? Pick number 22. Did they trade this pick too? The clock says 0, yet we have nothing here from Calgary. No trade to announce, apparently. No pick is in. What are the Flames doing here? I don't know. Apparently, the clock's sitting at 0, but apparently they haven't been forced to make a pick yet. Just skip them. Honestly, just skip them if they don't make their pick. Yes, sports geeks, Flyers are certainly going to be in the market for a defenseman, whether it's through trade or free agency. Flyers are definitely going to be in on a defenseman. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Lafreniere went number 1 overall to the New York Rangers, just like we all knew was going to happen. No surprises there. Really, no surprises in the top 3. Lafreniere, Byfield, Stützle, just like the rankings were for most of the past year. I'm confused as to what's going on with Calgary here, because their clock says 0. Traded again. Okay, another trade. The Calgary Flames traded it again. So they traded from 19 to 22, and now they've traded pick number 22 to the Washington Capitals. So clearly they didn't want to pick here. So now the Washington Capitals, who did not have a first-round pick, have traded up into the first. Oh no, Washington did. Never mind. They had 24th overall. My apologies. So Calgary trades back again and gets another pick out of it. Washington moves up to number 22. And Calgary moves back to number 24, which was originally Washington's. The Leafs selected, who did the Leafs pick? 15th overall. It was kind of off the board. It was an interesting pick. It was, Rodion Amirov, left winger out of Russia, to the Leafs at number 20, number 15 overall. That's who the Leafs took. Obviously, Slapshot, they don't have anyone here that they wanted to pick. They have no one here that they wanted to pick, so they trade back and they get an extra mid-round draft pick out of it. Actually, if you're not picking someone here, it's a really smart move for the Flames to do this. Really smart move for the Flames to do this. If you're not high on any of these players, you're getting extra picks in the middle rounds out of it. 3rd round pick. They're just adding more picks in the middle part of the draft. Apparently, the Flames aren't very high on any of the players right now that are currently about to be drafted, so they just keep moving back. Yeah, I'm a little surprised that they weren't taking a center there. I thought the Flames would be looking for a center, but apparently they are not happy. They are not happy with the injury history of Hendrix Lapierre, so they're going to keep moving back. I get that. That must be the strategy here for Calgary, because otherwise they would have just picked Hendrix Lapierre at 19 and been on their way. So they're obviously trying to move back here, and they're not sold on Lapierre because of his injury history. Most flashy number, Michael? I don't know. That's a tough one. It definitely used to be 19, but I feel like more players are wearing 91 now, so it's kind of tough to say. It used to be 9, then 9 got retired by a bunch of teams, so it became 19. Then 19's gotten retired by a bunch of teams, so it becomes 91, I guess. Yes, Nolan, I certainly remember Alexander Koklachev, and I could not stand him. Screw that guy. He was terrible. Could not stand Koklachev. But anyway, here we go. Washington now on the clock at 22 overall after making that trade with Calgary. We'll see who the Capitals decide to take. Obviously, they have someone here that they wanted to pick because they moved up for this selection. So whoever the Washington Capitals take with this pick, they really, really wanted and moved up to get them. So Washington's pick is in. We'll see who they have selected here. Bettman is about to hand it over to the Capitals front office staff. And it is Brian McClellan making the pick. And it's finally Hendrix Lapierre coming off the board. So Hendrix Lapierre drops all the way to number 22, but gets selected by the Washington Capitals. And they add another center into that organizational depth. So Caps took Hendrix Lapierre at number 22 overall. And this is, I think, a good pick here for the Capitals because they don't need Lapierre to be a NHL player right away, and he's not going to be. He needs another couple years in junior probably, but this is a move for down the road with the Washington Capitals. And I think this is a solid pick here. They get a very talented player. Obviously, the injury history leaves a lot of questions and a lot of worry. It's a bit of a risky pick, but all the way back at 22, this really isn't a risky pick. If someone was to take Lapierre at 12 or 13 or something like that, it would be a risky pick. This one at 22, this is a good pick here for Washington. They are building for the future, thinking ahead here, and hopefully Hendrix Lapierre can stay healthy. Most of them are 18 or 19 years old, Michael. Yes. Most of them are 19 at this point. There already is a Discord. San Jose does not have a pick San Jose does because of, they get a late pick because of the trade for Barclay Goodrow. They are picking 31 overall. They have the last pick of this round, my heroes. So San Jose has not picked yet. So Philadelphia is now on the clock at number 23. Washington has just selected Hendrix Lapierre. And now the Philadelphia Flyers are on the clock at number 23 here. All right, just waiting to see what the Flyers decide to do with their pick. And then Calgary will try again at number 24. They originally had 19, and they've traded back twice now. But Philly is on the clock here. We have Jacob Perreault on the board. Connor Zary on the board. Paterk is still on the board. Grieg, Barron, if they want to go defense, although I don't think they're going to go defense here. I think Perreault or Zary is the likely choice here for the Flyers. Maybe Paterka. I don't see them going defense. Hey, Connor, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. It's going well. Thanks for being here. Round 1 of the NHL Draft. Yeah, I agree, MJ. Lapierre has a ton of talent. A ton of talent. There is no doubt about that. The injuries and the concussions are a big, big concern, though, and that is the problem for Hendrix Lapierre. But Washington's going with him at 22, and they hope that he can be a top 6 center for them in the future. Washington picked Hendrix Lapierre. Philly is on the clock here. Their pick should be in soon. Selection number 23. So we are getting to the later portion here of the first round. Still a minute 15 until the Flyers have to pick. I think they're going to go forward here. I would not be surprised if it's Perot, Zary, Peterka, someone like that. Avalanche do not pick until number 25, I believe. Hey, Juicy, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Vincent, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it, guys. Remember to please hit that thumbs up button if you haven't yet, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. I cover the whole league, so fans of each and every team are welcome here. We are on pick number 23 in the first round. Philadelphia Flyers on the clock. 20 seconds left here. They've got to get their pick in. I think they're going to go forward with this selection, but we will see. There's plenty of forwards still on the board. Final 10 seconds now. Philly, get your pick in. Let's go. It's going to be interesting. Grands is kind of a borderline first or second selection here. Whoa! Who is this? Oh, never mind. I thought this was their selection. No. They're talking about... Yo, this is taking so long. Yeah, this is taking a while, Michael. This round is taking a long time. I don't know if Grant's gonna... He's on the borderline of first round or early second round. I don't know if he's going first round. Hey, there you go, Derek. There you go, Derek. Your girlfriend's over now. Tyson Forster! Right wing, Tyson Forster. Goes to the Philadelphia Flyers at number 23, and they pass over Perot to go with Tyson Forster. Well, Derek's got his girlfriend over. Congratulations, Derek. But there we go. Tyson Forster here forward. Comparable player is Corey Perry. Wow. Now, obviously, like, good prime Corey Perry, not Corey Perry now, but a Corey Perry type player to the Philadelphia Flyers. No, Sports Geeks, you are not going to get defense at this point in the draft. There were no good defensemen for Philadelphia to take there. There was not a good defenseman for Philadelphia to take there. But the Philadelphia Flyers take Tyson Forster with that pick from the Barrie Colts of the OHL. And we are on to pick number 24, where the Calgary Flames are up yet again. They have already traded back twice. They have already traded back twice in this draft, and we'll see if they do it again, or if they finally decide to select here at number 24. But Calgary is now on the clock. Yes, Vincent, it is definitely cold. Yeah. The Flyers were never selecting a defenseman in this draft. They're gonna figure out defense in free agency or a trade. They could be in on Ekman Larson. They could be in on Pietrangelo or Krug or Barrie in free agency. I'm not. I was never expecting the Flyers to draft a defenseman here. Rangers selected Alexi Lafreniere first overall, and they picked again at number 19, was it? Yeah, number 19, and they took... Why can't I see it? They took Braden Schneider, defenseman at number 19, so they got a top-end forward and a good, solid D-man at number 19, so Rangers have done well. Avalanche don't really need anything, Alex. They're just gonna take the best available player on the board, most likely. There's no real need there with Colorado. They're just gonna take the best available player. So Calgary's still got 2.5 minutes to make their pick here. They're picking at number 24. We'll see what they decide to do. This first round is going to go well over 3 hours, probably over 3.5. Jacob Perreault, Connor Zary, John Jason Peterka, still all on the board here as forwards. Justin Barron and William Wallander are the top 2 D-men still on the board. At least by the rankings. They could, someone could go off the board and pick ahead of over them, but those are the top players as far as rankings go, left at forward and at defense. Yeah, maybe, MJ. Maybe they trade back again. They've got 1.5 minutes left to decide to do something. Pick is not in left. Pick is not in yet, I mean. They could trade back again if they really don't see anyone that they're looking for. I mean, the draft board really hasn't changed much, so... Final 45 seconds now on the clock. Calgary once again using up all of their time, which means maybe they do have another trade in the works. Maybe they do have another trade in the works here. All right, Alex. Sounds good. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. All right, Vincent. Good luck on your test. Have a great night. Thank you for watching. I'm definitely getting tired now. 10 seconds left, and the pick is in. They have finally made a selection, and the Calgary Flames pick is in. 24th overall. Let's see who they took. Here's Bad Treliving. And they have a guest picker. Oh, it's Lanny McDonald. Lanny McDonald's in the house to make the pick. And he's still talking. Come on, Lanny, make a pick. Legendary mustache, though. Legendary mustache. Oh my God, he's still talking. Make a pick. Connor Zary, there they go. Connor Zary, center, goes 24th overall to the Calgary Flames. And they finally make a selection. I guess they did not want to go with Hendrix Lapierre, which is why they traded back. And they go with Connor Zary now down the middle. And he adds to the offensive center depth for the Calgary Flames, which is definitely a position that they needed to work on. And now the Colorado Avalanche are now on the clock. Connor Zary there to Calgary, and the Colorado Avalanche are now on the clock, picking at 25th overall. So Zary's got some really good two-way potential, a lot of offensive upside, plays a full 200-foot game, and he compares himself to Bo Horvat of Vancouver. That is a hell of a player to be compared to if you're Connor Zary. So Bo Horvat-like player for the Flames. Seems like a good selection. Hopefully it turns out. And now Joe Sakic and the Colorado Avalanche are on the clock. I think they're just going to take the best available player. Whoever is highest on their draft board. There's no real definitive need in Colorado, so you just take the best player available. Avi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We've got the first round of the NHL Draft going here. We are on pick number 25, which belongs to the Colorado Avalanche. And we're at commercial break right now. Connor Zary just went to the Calgary Flames at number 24 overall. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe if you are new. I cover the entire NHL, so no matter what team you're a fan of, you're welcome and wanted here. We've had a great draft night so far. Huge free agency stream coming up on Friday as well. 10 a.m. through 4 p.m. And then I will be live with live coverage for free agency all day. And then I will be going on to HTH's channel as a guest after my stream ends around 4:30 p.m. So it's going to be a massive, massive day on Friday. My stream from 10 to 4, and then on HTH at around 4:30. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Fantasy record is 3-1, Avi. 3-1 in fantasy football so far this year. Hey, Kate, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Colorado is on the clock here, picking at number 25 overall. We'll see who they take with this. There's still some great players available. This is a very deep draft. We knew this first round it was very, very deep from the start. It's going to be interesting to see who goes here. Oh yeah, Avi, without a doubt. Without a doubt. All right, Colorado has got to be running out of time on the clock here at some point quickly. If you don't know what fantasy football is, look it up, Michael. That sucks, Kate. That really sucks. I have work tomorrow, but I'm still watching the draft. So Colorado's pick should be in soon as the clock is winding down here. Jacob Perreault still on the board, scoring winger. John Jason Peterka still on the board, left winger. Hopefully Colorado makes a good choice here. We'll see what they do. They could possibly kind of go off the board here. I think we're at the point where rankings are going to vary greatly this late in the first round, and some teams are going to have other guys ranked very differently than other teams. That would be a pretty good draft for Florida, Anthony, without a doubt. That would definitely be a good draft for Florida. We'll see. Obviously, they took Lindell, helps them out with their defensive game greatly. Hopefully the offense develops for Lindell, but that would be a really good draft for sure for the Panthers. Pick is in. Colorado's pick is in. Let's see who they take. Connor Zary just went at number 24. Colorado's pick is in at number 25. I think they might go Perreault here, but I don't know what their draft board looks like. Joe Sack is ready to make his selection. And it's Justin Barron. They go defense. Wow. They go defense here, and Colorado takes Justin Barron at number 25 overall. That is definitely not a stretch. That was the round where he was expected to go. I'm just a little surprised they went defense here. But they go with Justin Barron. Very solid pick there. 6'1", 195 pounds, two-way defenseman. Obviously going to continue to grow into his body. Good offensive potential, good defensive coverage as well. I think this is a very solid pick for the Avalanche, and they go with Justin Barron at number 25 here, and that is right around where I expected him to be drafted. And I think that was a solid pick. That was a solid pick there. All right, Michael, sounds good. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Lindell could maybe become Anze Kopitar if he really develops offensively. A lot of the questions around Lindell are if he's going to actually be able to produce offensively. Everyone knows he's going to be a good defensive center. No one knows. There's a lot of GMs didn't want Lindell because they don't think he's going to develop offensively. My closest comparison for Anton Lindell most likely is going to be a Mikko Koivu type player. I think he's going to be a Mikko Koivu type guy who at his best will probably have 56, maybe 60 points in a season. Maybe in a good year 70, but probably 60 points in a season in a good two-way defensive center. I would say Mikko Koivu would be the closest comparison for Lindell. I think Anze Kopitar would be a best-case scenario for Florida. Best-case scenario would be Kopitar, more likely to be Mikko Koivu. So Barron goes at number 25 to the Avalanche. And at 26, now we have the St. Louis Blues on the clock at number 26. And I wonder if, St. Louis goes with a scoring winger here. Tarasenko has had shoulder issues, a lot of shoulder issues. They're deep down the middle. So they've got O'Reilly, they've got Shen, they've got Robert Thomas. They're deep down the middle. So it's tough to, I think they probably go wing here. Do they go with Peterka? Do they go with Perreault? Do they go with an off-the-board type move? But I think they probably go wing here. I definitely would not be surprised if they take Peterka here, Jack. I would not be surprised. But I think they're going to go winger here. They're deep down the middle. They're strong on defense. I think the wing is definitely an area of concern and an area where they need some more talent in on that roster. So I would not be surprised if it's Peterka or Perreault here. Maybe Gunler. Maybe they go with Noel Gunler if they want kind of a more off-the-board type move. We'll see what the Blues decide to do. And then the Ducks are up at 27, which would have been Boston's pick, but Boston traded it to Anaheim, and Anaheim picks again at number 27. They already got Jamie Drysdale at number 6. Now they have a chance again to pick at number 27, and I think they likely go with whichever winger doesn't get picked, Perreault or Peterka, whichever. If one of those guys is still on the board, I think Anaheim probably takes them at number 27. So, St. Louis still on the clock here. Yeah, I mean, Anthony, playing with Barkov is automatically going to be a huge plus for Lindell, without a doubt. That's a huge plus for Lindell to have a chance to play with Barkov. I think that could work out very, very well for the Florida Panthers. Absolutely. All right, St. Louis, you're down to your final 30 seconds. Make your pick here. Decide what you're going to do. I think St. Louis probably goes with a winger here. There are a few wings up on the board here that haven't been picked yet that I think are slipping in the draft. Perreault and Peterka. So we'll see what happens. Pick is in. St. Louis's pick is in. Let's see who they take. King, Isles do not have a first-round pick. It's unbelievable how many people don't know their own team's picks that they don't have. They don't have a first-round pick. They traded it for J.G. Pageau. But here's Armstrong now making the pick for St. Louis. And they take, wow, Jake Neighbors. That's a little surprising. I was not expecting that. Perreault might drop right out of the first round here. It's starting to look like Perreault is probably going to drop right out of the first round here. But Jake Neighbors, they did take a winger, but not one of the ones I was expecting them to take. He is a left wing. I did not expect that from St. Louis. I did expect a wing. I thought it was probably going to be Peterka, but they go with Jake Neighbors at number 26 overall. And now the Anaheim Ducks are on the clock at number 27 here. So he played in the WHL and obviously possesses a lot of skill, has, pretty decent size as well, and that's important playing in the Western Conference. No, I think Florida is done. Florida is done drafting in the first round, Anthony. I don't think there's going to be any more trades at this point, but he played for the Edmonton Oil Kings in the WHL, and I think this could be a sneaky good pick for St. Louis. This could be a sneaky good pick for St. Louis. He's got good size. He's almost 6 feet tall. He's 195 pounds, and he models his game after Matthew Tkachuk. Models his name after Matthew Tkachuk. That could be a really sneaky good pick for the St. Louis Blues if that works out. So Slapshot thinks that Jacob Perreault is going to go to Anaheim here. Thinks that Perreault is going to go to Anaheim. We shall see. I do think the Anaheim Ducks are going to take a winger with this pick. They took a defenseman early in the draft with Jamie Drysdale at number 6. Jamie Drysdale at number 6 went to Anaheim. I think they're going to go with a winger with this pick, and it's probably going to be Perreault or Peterka or one of those guys still on the board. God, if Jake Neighbors can become anything like Matthew Tkachuk or even Brady Tkachuk, the Blues just got a serious win with that pick. If he becomes anything like one of the Tkachuk brothers, the Blues got a win with that pick. Draft is good, King. Draft is good. Wow, this is going late. I might have to do some of these videos tomorrow morning, guys. This is going late, and I am tired. Bruins don't have a draft pick. Oh my God, the amount of people that don't understand. Literally, guys, the draft order is scrolling across the top of the screen. The Bruins do not have a first-round pick. The Islanders do not have a first-round pick. A lot of teams traded their first-round picks, guys. The amount of people that don't pay any attention to the actual draft order, those teams aren't picking. No, Florida would have been a significantly better team had Ovechkin gone to Florida in 2003. So that would have drastically changed NHL history, Anthony. Drastically changed NHL history. All right, Anaheim's down to 1:40 here on their draft clock. I think they're going to go with a winger here, but we shall see. And the pick is in. Ducks' pick is in. They took Jamie Drysdale at number 6. Let's see who they take at number 27. Jacob Perreault. Jacob Perreault finally goes to Anaheim. And yo, my heroes, with the $100 dono. Unreal. Thank you so much, my heroes. Everyone get some dono hype in the chat for my heroes. That is unbelievable. As the Anaheim Ducks take Jacob Perreault, number 27 overall. I knew they were taking a winger. It was just a matter of which one. And they take Perreault here. And he is a right wing, and they need scoring desperately. They need scoring desperately. How did the... Aman, what are you talking about? How have the Ducks drafted horribly? They got Jamie Drysdale, who shouldn't have even still been on the board by that pick. And they got a scoring winger that they desperately need. This team can't score a goal. They get Drysdale and Perreault, two guys who dropped in the draft that fell onto their laps. I have no idea. I have no idea how you could possibly say that they have had a bad draft. Are you kidding me? You get the best defenseman in the draft and you get a scoring winger that you desperately need? Oh my God. No, Mikhail, I have already answered that. It is not. Oh my God. You people do not pay attention. Yeah, you literally just drafted offense, Aman. You literally just drafted offense. Jacob Perreault was expected to go 20, 21, somewhere around there. He dropped all the way. He dropped all the way to number 27. You just added offense. They just added offense. And they got the best offensive defenseman in the draft. This has been a great draft for Anaheim. This has actually been a good draft, I think, for everybody. There's not one team that I'm looking at and going, wow, that team, like, this team's a loser in the first round. Like, I don't see any team that's a loser in the first round, other than maybe Columbus went well off the board. But even that, I mean, that could still end up working out. They did go well off the board, but it could work out. A few teams kind of went crazy off the board, but I mean, it's tough to judge it this early. I don't see any team that I look at and go, oh my God, what a terrible pick. Like, that's horrible. I mean, I think obviously there's been some big winners. I think some teams have made out very, very well in this draft. But I'm looking as it scrolls across the screen here, and I'm not seeing any picks that I absolutely hate. There's no picks that I absolutely hate here. I think for the most part, this has been a good first round. Hey, Sasha, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. New Jersey went off the board with the Shakir I can't even say his name. Mukhamadullin pick. Shakir Mukhamadullin. And Columbus went off the board as well when they took Yegor, what the heck was it? Chinakov. Yegor Chinakov. That's correct. But other than that, I mean, those were the two real off the board picks. Other than that, it's been pretty much as expected. So Ottawa's on the clock again here at number 28. This is their third overall, or their third selection in the first round, 28th overall. And we'll see who they decide to go with here. This is going to be interesting. Senators have 35 seconds left on the clock. There's still some interesting players, including William Wallander, Noel Gunler, John Jason Paterka, Maverick Bork, Ridley Grieg, all still on the board. So there's a chance here. I mean, plenty of options here for Ottawa with this pick at number 28. Jeremy Poirier, for sure, also could go here if they want a center. Pick is in. Ottawa's pick is in. Let's see who they take. Ottawa's pick is in. Let's see. Ottawa Senators at number 28, the third pick of the first round. And they select Ridley Grieg, the center, 28th overall. So he goes to Ottawa. Ridley Grieg, 5'11", 163 pounds. Obviously still needs to grow into his body a little bit, but a good young player out of the WHL. So even, WHL is a rough and tumble league. Even though he's smaller in size, if you can play in the NHL, you can play in the, or if you can play in the WHL, you can play in the NHL size-wise. That is a rough and tumble league out there. Plays for the Brandon Wheat Kings. And he goes to the Ottawa Senators at number 28 overall. So Ottawa gets Tim Stützle at number 3, Jake Sanderson at number 5, and Ridley Grieg at number 28. What a first round for the Ottawa Senators. And now the Vegas Golden Knights are on the clock. Ottawa definitely did well, Jack. Absolutely. And now the Vegas Golden Knights are on the clock, picking at number 29. Vegas at 29, now on the clock. We have 3 picks left remaining here in the first round. Commercial break, though, before Vegas' selection. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button, guys, if you haven't yet. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Both of those things really, really help out a lot and are much appreciated. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I know it's getting late. Yeah, Avi, January 1st, next NHL season is expected to start on January 1st. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. Gives us some decent off-season time, though, which I like. I can focus more on off-season stuff and previews for next year and things. So I'm pretty happy about that. And January 1st, it's going to be great to get hockey back for sure. Oh, my heroes. Yeah, well, it's 10:26 here, so it's 10:26 here, so definitely a big time difference to say the least. Big time difference. Jeremy Poirier goes to Golden Knights. We will see, Slapshot. I think the Knights might go defense here. I think the Knights might go defense. I would not be surprised if this is William Wallander. Just a thought. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just guessing here. I would not be surprised if this is William Wallander here. And the Knights decide to go defense. But we shall see. Yes, he is a defenseman as well, so they could go there. They could go Jeremy Poirier, he's French, Poirier, or William Wallander here. I would not be surprised to see Knights go D, though. So I agree with you on that, for sure. He is all, yes, they're both D-men. Rob, what's up? Vegas is on the clock, 40 seconds left, picking number 29 overall. I am expecting a defenseman here, but we will see. I think it's either going to be Poirier or Wallander. I am very excited for next NHL season, Mikhail, as well. Pick is in from Vegas. Here we go. Pick is in. Here's McCrimmon. Wow, Brendan Brisson. They go with a center. American or U.S.-born center Brendan Brisson. I believe from the University of Michigan. Wow, I'm a little surprised there. I thought they were going to go defense. But Vegas decides to go with a center, and they go a little off the board with Brendan Brisson there. He's an American-born center. Hi, Gail. What's up? So now Dallas, 30th overall to the 30th overall on the clock now. Wow, his father is Sidney Crosby's agent. Wow. That's awesome. That is awesome. I did not know that. Wow, Sidney Crosby, Patrick Kane, Nate McKinnon, John Tavares, Jonathan Taves. That's unreal. One of the biggest agents in the NHL is his father. That's insane. He grew up playing in California, and he's now a freshman at the University of Michigan. So he's going to play NCAA for probably at least a couple of years. But Brisson goes to Vegas. Again, they don't need him right now. This is a pick for the future, as all late round picks are, or late first round picks are. These guys being picked from 20th on back are not going to play in the NHL next season. Really, it's highly unlikely anyone picked outside the top 10 plays in the NHL next season. Maybe in the top 15, maybe. But outside the top 15, they're not playing in the NHL next year, most likely. So these are all picks for the future. Absolutely, Jack. The Bills have been very good. Dallas is on the clock here. Second American-born player tonight. 29th overall to Vegas. Slapshot thinks that the Stars are going to take Noel Gunler at number 30 here. We shall see. It's going to be interesting. Wow, that is insane, Slapshot. So, John Jason Peterka still on the board. Maverick Bork still on the board. William Wallander, Noel Gunler, all still on the board. Jeremy Poirier. Lot of like decent players still on the board here. There's only 2 picks left in the first round, so some of these guys are going to go early in the second round, and they still have a chance to end up being really good players. This is going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow in the second, third rounds, and so on, because there are still some really good players here on this board. Dallas still with 2 minutes left on the clock. Obviously, they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals this past year with Dallas, so very good team. Obviously, they would like to add to that as well. I would not be surprised to see a forward go here. I think they're pretty good on defense. I would not be surprised to see a forward go here. This could be where Peterka goes. This could certainly be where Peterka goes. A scoring winger would be very much needed. Maverick Bork could go here as well. They could really use... Noel Gunler could go here. They need a scoring winger would be much appreciated with the Dallas Stars. So Peterka or Gunler here would make a lot of sense. Bork, if they wanted a center, could potentially go here. We shall see. They're down to the final 35 seconds now, so they've got to get this pick in. Pick is in for Dallas. Here we go. Pick is in for the Dallas Stars. I think they're going forward here. I think they're going winger, but we shall see. There's some good scores left still. Oh, yes, Sasha. It's been very cold here recently, especially at night. Here we go. Dallas's pick. Maverick Bourque. I read his lips. Maverick Bourque to the Dallas Stars at number 30 overall. And that brings us to the last pick in the first round, which belongs to the San Jose Sharks that they got in a trade with Tampa Bay. But Maverick Bourque, center, goes to the Dallas Stars at number 30 overall. And I thought they would go forward here, and they did. I thought they might go winger, but I guess not. They want a center here, so they go with Bourque at center. And he goes to Dallas here at number 30 overall. And that brings us up to our final pick of the NHL, first round of the 2020 NHL Draft, which belongs to the San Jose Sharks, which they acquired in the trade with Tampa Bay for Barclay Goodrow. And Tampa Bay, obviously, more than happy to trade their picks to win a Stanley Cup out of it. And San Jose does get a first-round selection here, 31st overall. So Bourque goes to Dallas. And that leaves San Jose. San Jose is another team that needs help everywhere. Literally everywhere. Goaltending, defense, forwards, scorers, playmakers. San Jose literally needs picks everywhere. They need help at every single position. So the entire draft board is open here for the San Jose Sharks. The entire draft board is open. They need help at every single position. Let's see how they do. Still on the clock here. Slapshot thinks they're going to take Noel Gunler. We'll see. That would make sense for them. A right wing. Definitely can't get enough of them. Hey, DMV, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. San Jose here. Looks like they're on the phone, so they could be calling in this pick. There's still 3 minutes left on the clock, though, so they're not rushing it here. Yes, Hendrix LaPierre goes to Washington at number 22 overall. Still waiting on this pick. 2:10 remaining on the clock for the Sharks. Let's see what they do here. We'll find out, Avi. It depends on how he plays next season. But we will find out. Hopefully he has a good year next year. If Kasha scores 20 goals next year, then yes, he was worth that first-round pick. Yes. But we'll have to see. All right, Sasha, thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a great night. Really appreciate you watching. Hey, we hit 60 likes. That is awesome. Thank you, guys. Really, really appreciate that. That helps out a ton. Thank you so much. Elijah, welcome. Right as the last pick is about to be picked. My heroes, have a great night. Thank you so much for everything. Really, really appreciate it. Have a great night. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. Really, really appreciate it. First round of the NHL Draft coming to a close here. One final pick belonging to the San Jose Sharks. One final pick belonging to San Jose here. And they have a minute left on the clock to make it. Pick is in. Pick is in for San Jose. Hey, welcome, Elijah. How was hockey? I hope it went well. Pick is in for the San Jose Sharks. And what? Ozzy Weissblatt. Wow. There's another surprising pick here at 31 overall. Ozzy Weissblatt going to the San Jose Sharks. A little bit off the board there for the Sharks. And they take a right winger. I'm not surprised that they took a winger, but they went a little off the board there. And I am definitely surprised with that one. Ozzy Weissblatt, right wing at number 31 overall to the San Jose Sharks. Hey, Red Rubber, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And that is going to do it for the first round of the 2020 NHL Draft. Overall, I think this was a very tame first round. Not a lot of big surprises. Not a lot of craziness. Calgary traded back a couple times, but obviously, no major moves trade-wise during the draft tonight. So really interesting first round. Overall, pretty tame, though. It was a fun night. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. I know we don't have many left in the chat anymore, but that's going to do it for the first round. It's almost 11 p.m. here on the East Coast, so videos are going to have to wait until tomorrow. I will have a good amount of videos coming out tomorrow. So be on the lookout for those. I'll spread them out through the day, probably like 2-hour intervals apart. But there will be a good amount of videos coming out tomorrow because I have to do Brendan Dillon. I have to do a draft recap. Actually, those might be the only two tomorrow, unless something else happens. We get another trade or another signing or something like that tomorrow. But other than that, I might do a winners video, like biggest winners of the draft, first round or something like that. But that will, or maybe I'll just wait until the whole draft is over at the end of the day and just do that on Thursday. That's definitely possible. But yeah, Friday is going to be another big day as well. Friday, I'll be live from 10 a.m. through 4 p.m. doing free agency coverage pretty much all day long. And then at 4:30, I'll be hopping over to HGH's channel and being a guest on Hot Take Hockey. So really, really excited about that. The second round, rounds 2 through 7, take place tomorrow in the NHL. A lot of good players still available. So that will be interesting to see how that all works out. But with that, guys, that is going to do it tonight. Don't forget to please hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. The first round has come to an end. It has been a really fun night. Thank you all for watching. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of each and every team are welcome and wanted here. And with that, that's going to do it for tonight. I am going to sign out. Have a great night. Talk to you all very, very soon. Have a great day tomorrow. And with that, goodbye.